Dynasty is yeah. Dynasty is live. Yeah. Dynasty is live. Get it black. Yeah. From the ground floor, yeah, we started with a vision. Blueprint in the smoke, guard pressure, all precision. Late nights, hard calls, every move had a reason. Built it brick by brick, now the whole room fever. Hope up been hit big, up the love in the crowd. Hands in the air, yeah, they said it out loud. Every grin, every shout, we could feel it come down. From a sea to a wave, now we run this town. Hold up, you can hear it in the brass. Cut sharp, cut clean. Every step got a stamp, every bar got steam. We've been moving too fast for the old out team. Now the name hit the room like a live wire beam. Now the dynasty is live. Now the dynasty is live.
Welcome back to Brick Dynasty Live. So I talk regularly on this show about how the purpose of this show is to introduce people to other members of the AFOL community they wouldn't normally meet in their circles. Well, tonight's guest is somebody that I hadn't seen in any of my circles until I had the pleasure of meeting her at Brick World Chicago. And my God, I am still buzzing from your energy at Brick World. It was such a pleasure to meet you. So welcome, Maddie, aka 4TheLoveOfBrickz. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Feeling honored. It was a pleasure meeting you. That was very. It was so energetic. This was my second time going to Brick World, and it was different this time from the first. The first time, you're just overwhelmed, especially if you don't know. Mm-hmm. You don't know. And being there, there's so much to take in, so many people that you've been talking to. For me, I've been talking to them for years. Like, that was my first time seeing Annabelle in person. They go, why not? Why not Bricks? And and Bobby with his impressions, and Jay and everybody. And so this time around, I did not get to see a lot of the builds that were there, but I got to see so many of my friends that I missed for 2 years. It was like going to summer camp and you didn't want to know nothing outside of that universe. It was like we were in our own little multiverse.
It's such an amazing feeling. And you walk out of there like, oh no, now I got to go back to school.
Yeah, it was like, no, don't come pick me up. I want to stay extra weeks, pay the money, extend my weeks. Yeah. But it was a bittersweet at the, I stayed till Monday? I think I stayed till Monday. I didn't want to go at that Sunday night, just the goodbyes and everything like that. It was like, man, you didn't want to go. This was that family member, like your favorite cousin that you're so happy to see them. And you had that the greatest summer ever. And you didn't want that to end because it only happened in 5 days.
Yeah. Shortest 5 days of the year.
Hello, Colton Moore, and hello, Rob Claxton.
Rob Claxton, yeah. Hey, guys. Did you get to meet Rob Claxton at Brick World?
I got to see by face. You know how many? Okay. I saw so many.
Yeah. Fair enough. Rob's a great guy. He had a couple awesome builds there, too.
That's cool. Yep. Yeah, I missed a lot of them. There was a few I did, and I kept telling myself, you're going to do it. This time, you're going to get to walk around. I got down one full wall. And I was like, at least I did one full wall. And then in between, it was like wherever I caught stuff. And then, hey, Mati. And I was like, all right, cool. So it felt cool. I was with the cool kids.
Yeah, it's real hard. We tried, I think it was Saturday night at like 11 o'clock. We tried walking through there. It's like, I'm going to take a picture of everything that's awesome now that, the place is empty. Everybody's kind of had their fill, whatever. I got maybe halfway. And like with nobody around, I still only made it about halfway. And then I don't remember what the hell happened, but somehow I got caught up in something. That was the end of it.
No, it was a lot of fun. They had some magnificent builds in there. And this year I actually brought my numbers with me, so I was able to display as well. They put me in the back. They didn't put baby in the corner. They put baby in the back of the room, all the way to the back of the room. So, but I had my numbers. They're about 10 inches high, about 7 inches wide, and they open up like little habitats, and they had little people inside of them. So that was my numeric village. That was my display.
Okay. So you were out by
the tiki bar.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Because Tom and David I'm in their lug. We're in each other's lug. So we're lug mates. So that made it even more fun for me. And then right around the corner was Grumpy. So Rob was keeping Grumpy out of trouble. So it was like tag teaming.
That's funny.
Keeping Grumpy out of trouble.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it during, I think, it was during World of Lights, where there's actually serving drinks at the tiki bar.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I did not partake.
Yeah,
I did not. I did have some new, I did experience some beers that I would have not otherwise drank. So that was pretty cool. But this time around, it was just a lot of fun. And then we had the boat races. I didn't know about that. And I went over to check out the boat races. That was hilarious. I was like, Lego in water. Okay. But the way that they made their machinery to work, they were pretty cool. And then the go-karting. That I've never been so lost inside a track. It was like, which track are we looking at? Where are we at? So we here, we there, or where are they? How come we don't? And then we see little kids. I'm like, nope, that's not them. So it was that was an experience. So next time I will partake in the go-karting because I like go-karting. So
cool.
You can't tell who they are. Once they put those helmets on, it was like, you see any dreads? You see anything? Who's that? Who was Wade? Nothing. They just kept going.
Well, the dreads were the only way I could find the Superhawks. I could find them out of that group, and that was it.
Hi, Drew. Hi, Sander. How you doing?
Hey, guys. So, all right, let's take let's hit the rewind button and go back a ways. Lego always been part of your life, or is that a new thing for you?
So I started when I was 7 because I was a latchkey kid. So when you live in New York City, your parents work, they got to find a way to entertain you, especially when you're a kid like me. I was always in the books, so I was always thinking. So to keep me out of trouble, my father bought me a bucket of bricks, and that was the thing. And then life happens, and then fast forward to my kids moving out of the house now. So I'm finding some change in my pocket, going, "Oh, I could buy me something. I could afford it now." So Star Wars. The Force Awakens came out, and one of my favorite troopers is the Biker Scouts. Okay. And I was down Walmart, and in the toy saw the little minifig, and I was like, "Oh, that's my little favorite one." And then I was like, "Okay, that's all it took. That $10 box was all it took." And the next thing you know, I had started out with one bookshelf, and my kids would come to visit. And they're like, "Okay, we see mom's, she's got a little hobby thing. There's 2 bookshelves. There's 3 books. There's 4 books. You see anything that's different?" And now she's using the entertainment center. Now she's got it. Mom moved the family pictures out of the living room and put them in the dining room. Mom's moved her bedroom out of the room and now made them into a Lego room. So, yeah, I cannonballed in there. It was a very fast avalanche that took me in. So, but it wasn't until I saw Lego Masters and I was just floored, like, wow. And then I was going to conventions then. That was, I think, my second year into going to conventions. And I dragged Corey to one of the conventions I was at, and we were displaying next to each other. And then he said, "Hey, sis, you need to be on Lego Masters." And he goes, "But you can't build sets anymore. You got to make mocks." And I'm like, "I don't know how to make a mock." I learned how to make a mock, and I did. And I tried. Season 2, I got into the finals, but didn't make it into alternates. And then season 4, I did make it as an alternate. So I'm still trying.
Okay. So that's Corey of like Corey and Tacos. That Corey?
Yep.
Right on.
Taco's my sister of the bite. So every time they come down to Florida for the conventions, whether it's in Orlando or Tampa, I'm always making my way through to get there, and I'm either displaying or I'm just hanging out with them. But I got to meet more and more of the Lego masters, and because I kept trying out and kept trying out, and every time I go, I just hang out. We have such a great time. So they're more like family than just brick friends.
That's awesome. It's surprising how people look at them like almost like they're trained in college or something to do that, where they're just hobbyists. They're just like regular nerds like the rest of us, right?
So
And
true.
yeah, and you meet them, and they're all the ones I've met anyway have all been like good, normal people.
Hmm. So the way I met Corey was I was literally in my living room watching the show. I didn't know about this whole taping thing, and I started crying because Manny got eliminated, and then the week after, or the next couple of shows, and Corey and his brother was on, and they got eliminated, and I'm crying, and I'm sending a text, and I was like, I just wanted to let you know, you guys, oh my God, what a beautiful job you did, and man, thanks for sharing your art and all this and that, and I put the phone down, and I'm still watching the show, and then my phone rings, the message dings back, and I'm like, he answered, and I was like, oh my God, a Lego master. And I was like, oh my God. So he and I just kept talking back and forth. And then he and Jen, or was it Mel and Jen? No, he and Jen Smart, they were down in Port Charlotte, which is about 3.5 hours away. I drove out there to a BAM to meet them. And when I saw Jen, she looked at me and she was like, you look familiar and I can't place you. So I covered my face, and she was like, oh, you're the mom and daughter act. You're the Puerto Ricans. You were supposed to be on the show. So I was like, so she was one of the teams that I was competing with in the finals.
Because the COVID?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
So she was just like, oh my God. So we spent the whole Saturday there and just had a great time. I got to know them and see them. She had her Care Bear. No, at that time she had Wonder Woman display as a mosaic, and I think the Jason Momoa one. And when I saw the Wonder Woman, I showed her a picture of me as Wonder Woman, and she was like, change the flesh color, here's a tile with my signature on it, we collaborated, it's yours, make it, display it, we got this. So I have that as one of my displays that I show at the shows.
Cool.
Yeah, so she was just phenomenal, and then Corey was great. And then after that, every time they come in and I see them, I get to hang out with, when Tim came for the one in Orlando, Tim from the Timinators. I always see Mark and Steven. Patrick's always there. Dominic's always hanging around somewhere. So all of them, they just come in. So they've got, we become so familiar with each other. So it's like, regular people. And like you said, when they're on TV and they're doing that stuff, you're just like, oh my God, they have to have gone to Lego University to learn how to do this, because there's a thing called Lego math.
Yeah.
I look at my stuff when I do, and when I get compliments from Lego masters, it's like, wow, because they appreciate my art. My art is like totally off from what other people do. So when I go to some conventions, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to stand. And then I'll see other things and I'm like, man, I want to learn how to do that. But then I see my stuff and I see the reaction from the crowds, and it's like, all right, this is cool. Like, kids gravitate to the numbers because the small ones love to count. And then in Raleigh, I made a table where I did a math activity table. So I'm cracking up because I'm thinking it's summer and it's math. So once that kid steps up to my table, he's going to be doing schoolwork on his vacation. I win. I'm a teacher, is what I do. So as a math teacher, I had addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, and I had flashcards. So the kids would stand up and I'm like, all right, you look like you. And I would guess really close to, it's like almost guessing your age and your weight. I was guessing their grade and I was getting them spot on. So I was like, all right, come here. answer. And then they're like, so it was like, come on, you got this, you got this. And then I was giving away little ducks I gave you a duck, I believe.
No, we talked about them.
Yeah, so I made the
cheap ducks. Yep.
Yeah, I made the ducks, and I was giving away little baby ducks as thank you for participating. So it was so much fun, and just watching the kids like, and then the high schoolers, it was like under pressure, and they were just like, I got this. How do I not know this? It's like 2 times 5. I'll get 10. That's it. It's 10. So they were like, there you go. So it was a lot of fun.
That's cool. So how did they just answer, or did they have to answer in Bricks somehow?
No, I had to, because when you've been to conventions, everything's happening so fast, and sometimes you get that line and people don't want to hold up. So I was just trying to engage with the crowd and just give them something to do. Usually my builds are looky, no touchy, because I get a little like cringy when I start seeing the little fingers coming through, and especially when they're adult fingers and they're ready to touch. I'm like, yo, can you make it? Because if you break it, I'm gonna be upset, So I made a table where I just had flashcards, and I would show them a math equation, and all they had to do was just answer it. It was simple stuff, but it was just the fun of it, and seeing the kids like really like showing it off, like, oh, I got this, and all right, if I had 3 kids, I'm like, 1, 2, and 3. All right, 1, answer. 2, answer. 3, answer. And they're like, so it was getting them to compete with each other, but it was just to get them to engage, make math fun. I got a few offers to move to North Carolina so I could be a teacher there. It's like, no, I'm good.
It's not too far of a move, right?
No, and it is my gateway state, because that was the first state I've ever been to outside of New York City. So for me, it was like, that's where I first smelled fresh cut lawn. And I was like, whoa, what was that? So
it's a different world.
Yeah, it definitely was. So I enjoyed it. But I like what I'm doing right now. I got a good group at my school for teaching. They're fun. The kids now, they know Miss Stack, so it's like, you got Miss Stack? Ooh, what grade is she going to now? So, and I run the Lego club there at the school too, so I have fun with the kids there.
Awesome.
Try to get them off the screens and more into cognitive thinking and just doing stuff off the fly like that. I mean, we've got some good builders in there, so they got potential. I keep telling them, they got a show for you kids. It's called Lego Master Juniors. All you got to do is learn to work as a team. Not, I just want to do it by myself. You got to work with somebody. You got to learn to talk and be a teammate. So that's the other thing that I encourage, the collaboration.
I don't think I knew that there was a juniors version. We should be watching that.
They were at the Brick World.
They were?
Yeah, I think.
I totally missed that.
Either one of the girls or 2 of the girls was there. I got to meet the sister of one of the girls, and then 2 of the boys were there. And they were much older looking. And I spoke to the, I think it was the brothers that won. I'm not too sure. But there was a scene where the kid literally acted like kids at that age should on screen. One of those where you're looking like, oh, if that was my child type deal, because he lost it. Like, he was like, that's not what don't you dare. And it was like, oh, he's going to, man, adults would love to be able to just bring that out, that kid part.
Yeah.
And it was so natural. And it was like, that's really, I mean, for me, being a teacher, seeing a kid on the screen and they're just acting like they naturally do, that made it even more fun and real for me. So I encourage the kids in my school. I'm like, pick up a brick and just, you guys got a superpower the adults lost a long time ago. No, we don't. Yeah, you do. It's called imagination. You're not tainted yet. Use it.
Yeah, stretch that as far as you possibly can.
Yeah. So, and I encourage it. My thing in school, and the kids will tell you, it's always a positivity thing. Don't come into my room, like whatever you got that was annoying you, leave that outside the door. Don't bring it into my classroom. Yeah. We're here to focus. We're here to have some fun. We're here to learn. We're here to do some math. So just I don't want to hear it. We don't shame people from counting. We don't speak negative. I don't want to hear the word I can't. You can try. So I do the mindset thing with them.
Yeah, let's see. Jesse's Brick Galaxy in the building. Hello, sir. And Al Goff is with us. Hey, Al.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
Good to see you guys.
Hey, Albert, how's it going?
Let's see. I started a Lego club at school I worked at 13 years ago. It was awesome. Oh, that's cool.
It is right now, and I have to start getting my stuff together so I can start begging for donations and whatnot for our school, because it's a Title I school. So it's like, oh, I gotta go do that. I gotta get the stuff from my classroom. This year, I'm actually going to be going from 5th grade down to 3rd grade.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it's not as emotional as 5th graders can be, because it was like, oh, turn that off, sweetheart. Go wash your face. Come back to me when you can say words. Next, what do you got? I didn't coddle kids. I don't coddle kids. I didn't do it with mine. And and a lot of the parents are like, "Oh, she's straight up." I'm like, "Yeah, they're here to learn. They're here. They have to be accountable." So I don't coddle and let them go, "Oh, it's okay." Nah, why did you do that? Did we not think? Did we not breathe first? So I do that with them.
So 5th grade, that's right at the edge of puberty. Like getting real close. I've kind of edged out of all of that, although I'm coming into it.
5th grade, you're looking at ages 10 to 12, depending. So you got the hormones. You're angry about something. You're not the cute one anymore because you always got that little sibling that's out beating you, or you the teased one from an older sibling. So you're in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
But I always treated them fairly, and I always heard them out. 2 of them could be in an argument. All right, go sit down over there. Talk to me. What happened? And then they'll tell me, all right, go wash your face. Go sit down. You, come, let's go. Give me your version of it. All right, so this is what's going to happen. You're either going to talk to each other and fix this now, or we're going to make a little trip. Up to you. You let me know. I can't hear you. I'll tell the word sorry comes out, but you got to say it like you mean it, though. Don't just go, oh, sorry. Just, so the negotiations there, and just say you're sorry, get it over with. And then 5 minutes later, they're hanging out, and it's like, yeah, I knew that. So this way I don't have to write a report. We don't have to do the trip. Everything is fixed. Everybody's happy. I let the parents know, yeah, Timmy and Tommy over there, they weren't too happy about something. Boom, we took care of it. They're good. No hands. We're good. So that's the negotiation deals.
Oh, yeah. Something to look forward to.
What ages are yours?
9 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're closing right in on it.
Yeah. See, and for me, 3rd grade, I think it'll be the lower grade, the lowest I will go for, because it's hard with the little ones, because then you got to know all the Blue's Clues and all that. I can't. There's only so much. I don't do the anime, so I get kids. Miss Stack, you watch this anime? No, bro. Is it Star Wars? Was it on? No, I don't watch that. And the Demon K-pops. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
That song, Golden. I did not know. And these kids are pretty smart. They know everything on social media, in the entertainment arts, and everything. So like, there was a song by it was in Christmas time, Snowman, by Saya. SIA, I think is her name. And I heard the song on the radio, and I'm like, man, that is such a pretty song. I like the melody. It was really cute. So I'm in school, I'm trying to find it to play it in the mornings before we start our day, just to get in that festive mood. And I told one of my kids, what song is this? It's talking about a snowman and da-da-da. Oh my God, Miss Stack, don't you know this and this and that? So then I'm typing it up. That's the one. Thank you. All right, go sit down. We're going to be listening to this today. I don't need, there was what do you call it? There's a sound thing that you do on your phone, and if it hears the music, it tells you who the artist is.
Was it Shazam?
Something like that, yeah. So I didn't time it right. So, but I was like, these kids are better than that. You just tell them what you're looking for, and boom, they'll tell you who the artist is, when it happened, and all this that. But if you play something old, what's that? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I asked the principal if I could start the club. He said they didn't have any money for it. I told him, did I ask for money? I said, I'll get the money. Just let me start the club. He said, go for it. Yeah. When I was asked to do, because they know my love of Lego, that used to be my handle. When she asked me, I was like, is it educational or is it creative? And she was like, however you want to do it, Miss Stack, we're backing you. I was like, creative it is then. So we just did it, and we had some donations here and there and whatnot. And then we were able to get some bricks in there, but I was not expecting the amount of kids that came in. I opened it up so that it wasn't just the 6th, 5th, and 4th graders who always get to come into the clubs. I did 1st, 2nd, and 3rd as well. And I kept them on a one day separate from the other. So this way they can be amongst their own ages to be able to play and not feel intimidated that a bigger kid is going to try to, get a brick out of them or make them feel like, oh, you can't play with this because I'm playing with it now type deal. So I kept the two ages apart, and it worked out so well. But we had such an overwhelming response back from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Like we had over 30 something kids, and it was like, we got to put you on a wait list, and and then we would tell kids, it's your grades, it's your behavior, and it's your attendance. Don't come in on just Lego day. You got to come in every day. You got to do your work. So if a kid messed up, you just opened it up because there's another kid ready to jump into your seat. So that's the other thing. You got to behave. The minute you get a referral, you're out. We're putting in another kid. That's it. We'll see you next year. You got to apply and see if you get in. So now coming in, we'll be doing it in rotations of 8-9 weeks. 8 weeks, so we can get a break for 1 week to clean up the bricks and whatnot. And this way it'll allow more kids the opportunity to be able to join that they didn't get to join before.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, if you have that many kids in there, how many people do you have helping you?
So it's myself and the STEM teacher. That's why we had to cut it down. Like it was like the NBA cut, the draft. All right, let's see what you got, kid. We got to see. Let's see your paperwork and see, who had the permission slips. Everything's filled out. It got so selective, and it was just too many kids, and a lot of them didn't get to join in this time. It was our first time. So in speaking with my STEM teacher, I told him, I said, all right, so this is the playbook for next year. We'll do rotations of 8 weeks. We get so many kids in. And once the 8 weeks is done, thank you for participating, and we'll take the next group, and then the group after that. So that'll give at least 4 different groups throughout the whole year for each section. So for Tuesday, we'll have 4 different groups, and for Thursdays, we'll have 4 different groups. So and in between, because he was asking, he was like, how you feel about robotics? And I was like, it feels like I'm going to be learning a whole lot. So I told him I'm for it. So he said, so let's do robotics and try to squeeze it in the schedule. I was like, so Tuesday, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Thursday, 4th, 5th, and 6th, Wednesday, robotics, and we take, the top of the top and see if we can get into some type of competitions and whatnot. So
that's fun.
Yeah. So I'll be learning a lot. So this time he'll be in the front runner, and I'll just be like, yep, you're listening to Mr. Bryant. I'm learning too. So
Cool. Yeah, my daughter just started a Lego robotics class 3 weeks ago. She actually had a class tonight. I'm hoping by the time it's over, she can teach me something, because I'd be interested.
I know I want to learn. I see those little orb things that they got going around. Me personally, I want to learn how to do the, and I think now that they're kind of phasing out, I'm not too sure, the yellow box where you can program it in and do the coding. So I'm working with the primes, the Lego Spike programs. So I'm learning to do that stuff. And yes, Jesse, I want to build a boat with you so that next year we could race it and win.
Did you hear Brick Dad's plan for what he wants to do with the boat?
No.
So he
which boat did he have?
Oh, he didn't. This is going to be his first year coming up.
Okay.
He got the giant hull. Do I have one within reach? I don't know, whatever.
With the big arms and making them do the paddling?
No, he wants to make a sailboat, and he wants to power it with a leaf blower.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's he can't find anything in the rule book that says he can't do it. So, and
Yeah.
rule book, I think, is a very loose term, right?
It's like, does it float? All right, you made it. Did it get halfway through? Okay, you did it.
Yeah. Oh, Mayo's
So on
here.
the
What's going on, Mayo?
hello, Mayo. Um, in one of I can't remember. I think it's season 4 when they did the boats and they were trying to get them to float. Oh my god, I was like, oh, that looks like so much fun. I've seen a lot of parts, and I have a couple where it's that solid hull that is not made out of brick. So that'll give you that floating. But if you try to put these bricks and make a boat out of it, of course, I've seen a lot of videos where they kind of like try to line it up and everything to make it so the water doesn't come in. The guy who took the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl, and put it in the water, and I was like, why?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It took me, I have like a set of Legos that I put aside that I take to the beach with me to do pictures. So I take my mini me, and of course I don't have her with me right now. She's, I think, in my bag. She's got a Jeep, and we go to the beach. She's got a little kayak that she has, and I'll put her in the water in the kayak, and I'll take pictures. And she's always with my granddaughter and my best friend Michelle, and we just take pictures. And it's I did that for a little bit, and it was funny because I don't ever sit on the floor to play. And we're at the beach, and I'm laying on the sand posing the way I want them to be so I can take their pictures. And my best friend goes, are you laying on on the sand? You are aware you're laying down on the ground there, right? I was like, shut up, I'm taking pictures.
Big boat.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, hold on one second. Yeah. Sorry, verbal typos here. So you were actually in the sand posing them?
Yeah, I would get onto the sand, lay down, like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and yeah, me, I don't do sand like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But this giant thing is what he's trying. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, he's got one of
Hi,
these
Tanya.
monstrosities.
No, I don't have that. I know I have smaller ones that got like the red bottoms, leaf blower power boat. What? But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I want to see what I'll work with Jesse and see what we can come up with for next year. It'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I did something new for Sunday. I went to the zoo with my lug because I've been doing conventions back to back to back. So that's why I like June, because it's back to back to back, and then I can rest in July. But yes, this Sunday we had Lego Day at the Brevard Zoo here in Florida. And I brought Henrietta 2.0 and made her. But then I did something the night before, and it's the big gorilla. I've been watching these videos forever, and I've been wanting one so badly. And then I finally got to make my own big gorilla. So of course my OCD kicked in, and it's like, that's not enough. So I had to go ahead and make a bigger gorilla. So this guy, I want to say he's about 5, maybe 6 pounds. If you take, give or take. Yeah, but he's so beautiful. So now I'm really like, I want to make more. I want a bunch of little big gorillas all over the place. So my next one, I'm hoping I'll have it ready for a show in Tampa in August, and it'll be a bigger gorilla. But this time it'll be a Puerto Rican gorilla, because we're going to put the Puerto Rican flag on there. So yeah, these were fun to make. This is 8 times. For each brick here, there was 8 here. So, and they're not Duplo. So they were pretty cute. They were a hit. And there's one lady, she screamed when she saw them, and she was like, big gorilla! And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted you to do. So I'm hoping, and I tagged Alec from the Master Builder, Alec, from out in Arizona. I tagged them on the pictures I put of them because he inspired me. So I'm hoping that he sees them. and even just gives a like on there.
Be awesome, man. He's so good. I was actually watching videos with my daughter, of his videos, my daughter tonight, and showing her his 4th of July stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one we watched? There was something she got a kick out of. He was cooking something. I forget what it was.
Oh, the guy that does the food and it breaks down and he does the ice and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks like
the temple. Yeah.
yeah, it does.
Like a big gorilla. Dun dun dun. One of my kids asked me, "Where are the eyes?" And I'm like, "We're not there yet. I'm trying to go with simplicity first.
Yeah.
Less is more." So later on, he'll have facial expressions, and then everybody will be like, "Okay, she kicked it up a notch."
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the hang in them.
Put some googly eyes on it.
Yeah. They're 85 bricks. I think he said it takes 85 bricks to make them. I didn't count. I just was trying to follow the instructions. I must have watched it like at least 25 times. I didn't pause it. Like when it was hard to pause when you got stuff in your hand and you're like, okay, pause. All right, go. And then pause. No, go back. Okay, what was that? So once I did it those many times, I was able to get them. But they're just too adorable.
Let's see. Oh, Liam popped in. Hey, Liam. And
hey, Liam, how you doing? So do you build?
Do I build? No. Not
no?
Yet. No, I have every excuse you could possibly come up with. It's basically what it boils down to. Yeah. It's all excuses at this point. I mean, God knows we have enough brick on hand, but we're almost too organized. I think it's become part of the problem. I've come up with some wild ideas to get myself going, and we might pull the trigger on something soon.
Now, do you build at least the sets?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's not that I don't build at all. It's just there's no mock building in my life.
Oh, okay. Now that I've done, that I've learned, or I just do mocks, it's hard not to look at things with my Lego kaleidoscope eyes, because everything I look at is like, oh, and my kids are like, oh no, she's doing it again. Mom, focus, come back over here. And it's like, that could look so nice in Lego, and look at this building, or do whatever. So I do have, here in our area in Central Florida, we have a very famous building called the Majesty Building, aka the I-4 eyesore. And this thing, like Godzilla himself would be like, nah, bro, I ain't stepping on that. I'd rather step on Legos than step on that building, because no, it's almost indestructible. And I pass it when I go to downtown Disney to the Lego store. And this one week, I just kept passing it and seeing it. And I'm in the car with my granddaughter, and I'm just like, Mamita, imagine if somebody, and she was like, no, grandma. And I was like, oh, it's happening. So I built it in 4 days. It was about 4.5 feet tall.
Wow.
It was massive. And then I started just like, every time I kept exhibiting it at a different convention, it had something new added to it. The lights. Now it's got the street, like the exit that you take to get off to go to this building. It's got a little corner spot where the food trucks hang out. Batman now is part of the scene. I added a King Kong to it because that's my New York spin on it. So it's just, everybody's like, where's the lady? I was like, oh, she's all the way at the top. She's waiting for him to get there. Puerto Ricans and my American trip. Ah, nice. Is that the Kiwi, Liam?
Liam is from Tasmania.
Yes, that's the Kiwi one. That's the one we met. Hey, Liam, how are you? Yeah. He got a duck.
Yeah, Liam is amazing.
Yeah, amazing. He was fun. I loved hearing his accent. I did get to talk to, what's his name? David? There was a guy there. He was Australian. He was wearing a
bearded.
Pink bearded, yeah. And I was just there listening to him talk. I was like, yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah, he's a large individual.
He still have his. I hope you still have your duck. Oh, he was sitting down, so he didn't look that large. Okay. But I was laughing because I forgot where we were coming in from. Maybe it was from when we were coming in from doing the tour, or coming in from the go-karting, the black market. That
Yeah.
was crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like that. I was like, oh, whoa, like this made New York. It wasn't even in comparison there. It felt like everybody had one of those trench coats. I got Lego. I got Lego. What do you need? What do you got?
Yeah.
What you gonna spend?
Yeah. Yeah. The big difference there is nobody at the Lego convention is going to rob you.
Yeah. I mean, it was just so much happening. There was always something somewhere happening, and it was never a dull moment. Like, you thought you were going to walk down through a spot that was nice and quiet, and just before you got around the corner, boom, there was something else going on. I made new friends there, so that was fun. I got to meet Marcella from season 5. I got to meet,
She's very nice.
yeah, she was awesome. And just a lot of new people. It was a good experience. It was so welcoming, and it was just so much kindness was there, and it felt so good. It was like you didn't want to stay in that vibe. You didn't want to move away from that vibe. You wanted to stay in that vibe. It's like you didn't want to go outside. Like, I don't know if anybody in the outside bubble is going to get it.
So, are you already planning to go back next year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already. Yeah, I was like, yes, that's the best part about having summers off, is you can start thinking about how and when. And this is Father's Day. It's all good. That's going to be my Father's Day gift to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. I figure it's my day, right? I see the kids the whole rest of the year.
Yeah.
I'll see them when I get home.
They'll be there. They'll be like,
Yep.
which bring me. It wasn't about you. It was about me.
Yep. That's exactly
One of
what
my
happened.
first time I went to Disney, my daughter was playing on my birthday softball. And that day I sent her off to school in the morning. She's in high school. And I already knew my plan. I was going down to Disney because I don't know if they still do it, but that year, if it was your birthday, you got in for free. And I've never been. So here I am going to Disney for the first time, to Magic Kingdom, and I got myself this big crown hat that says "Happy Birthday, Princess" or something like that. And they give you your button. It's my birthday. I've never seen so many people with my birthday. And it was like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. So here I am now. I had to beat the clock because she had a softball game after school, and I had to get there. So they already started the game. I'm creeping into the bleachers, got my big crown hat on. I'm sitting there, and she looks and she's like, "Where did you go today? And why are you late?" And I'm like, "It's my birthday." She was like, "No, Mom, I don't want to hear that. You went to Disney without me." And I was like, "But it was my birthday. It was about me. You were supposed to take." "No, this was about me. It was not about you. It was about me." So, best day ever. All of the girls on her team hit home runs, so we slaughtered the other team. It was so much fun. But yeah, when I was there at Disney, it was just, some people are not comfortable going places alone. Trust me, I was so comfortable because I did not have to. "What did you want, sweetheart? No, you don't want to wait on." "No, I'm getting on this line. I don't care how long it is. It's my birthday. I'm at Disney." That's all I kept saying. "I'm here. This is for me. This is my birthday." So that's the type of fun. What did everyone spend on a room for the week? Too much money. A lot of bricks.
Yeah, not me. Short money for me. We were in for 600 and change for 7 nights.
That's not bad.
No, we stay next door.
Yeah,
on
it was
the other
over
side of the
at
trees.
the Garden Inn, the Wyndham.
Yep.
I was there too. It was like $100
Yeah.
a night, a little under $100 a night.
Yeah, we booked back in September. And
Oh no, I booked it in April, I think it was.
Okay.
March or April, I think I booked it, and I was able to get that rate, and I was like, heck yeah, I'm taking this, because I saw the 200 here, and The Regency, no, the Renaissance, they had rooms of like 500 to 600 a night. I was like, what? I'm not staying in that room long enough. The party ain't coming up there.
No, I mean it's the Wyndham. It's not a beautiful place by any means, but it's clean enough, right? And you're only there long enough to sleep, get up, and go back to the Rennie.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's fine.
Yes, I will be there. Oh, there's a gift. Oh, now I have to go. Yes. Thank you, Liam, in advance. But yeah, it was just so much. And I'm hoping to bring a friend of mine. She's in my lug. She's never been. So it's going to be a lot for her because this is big. And again, for newcomers, if you're not used to it, if you're not a people person, snap out of it because there are going to be a lot of people there, a lot of brick people. People tell me that I'm very social, like I'm a social ladybug, and I'm like, no, I'm an introvert. Like when I can, I like it nice and quiet. My movies, my music. I like to just chill. No drama or anything like that. But when I go and I see my friends and we can hang out and have a good time, you would think I was like the organizer or the life of the party. And it's like, nah, I'm just going with the vibe, just chilling. Everybody's having a good time. I'm having, as long as we're smiling, we're good to go.
Yeah. Social settings are weird. Like, I struggle in big groups. I have a real hard time with it. But when there's like 5 people, I think 5 is like the prime number for me. Everywhere we went, we had 5 people in the car, pretty much. Liam was one of them, pretty much the whole trip, and that's the perfect number. I'm so comfortable in that environment because when the group is that small, you know you're with your people, right?
Yeah.
There's not just a bunch of like random people coming in. You don't know if you have to tiptoe or whatever everybody's story is. I love that. I love that so much. And those little groups happen in like little floating patterns during Brick World. And that's phenomenal. It's so good.
I think being a teacher, this year I was fortunate that my class was not so big. I had approximately 18 to 20 kids per session of my classes. And so I only had to remember a very minimum number of names. That it was like, okay, here we go, and it took me a minute to catch them. The ones that didn't behave well, those were the ones I remembered fastest, and then there was little quirks here and there where I would see kids like, okay, this is why I remember you, and this, this kid here. But now being a teacher, it's helping me when I do my conventions, because I'm more prepared for randomness when they come up. A lot of people are like, oh, you talk to them. It's like, well, yeah, I want them, if they have questions, I want to answer it. If you build something, it always has a story to go with it. So it's kind of part of your thing. So I think of it as like an acting gig. So I even have a Lego outfit that I wear when I do my conventions. Like the socks are made out, they're Lego socks. I got new kicks. They're purple. So I'm almost like a Ronald McDonald's, just dressed in. I got these big shoes. I got, my Lego shirt. I just got those Lego pajamas that are at the Aldi's. It's like the trend that's going on. I'll have to send you a picture. So there's a big trend that's going on. Everybody's hunting down these pajama pants. So I need to get a second pair so I can turn them into pajama shorts. So, because I can wear those and not sweat my balls off when I'm over at the conventions. Yeah. But I needed a top to go with it. But yeah, so I'll get decked out and, and I wear my bracelet and the whole 9 yards. And it's like, she really gets into this. I'm like, yeah, I got the earrings to go with them as well. So it's all part of, for me, like a costume you put on. I like cosplaying. So this is my cosplay. This is my convention cosplay. So when they see me, they're like, wow, she's really got it all on. AI, all shucks. Liam was saying all shucks. Hopefully, Albert, you come up and get to be over there. It was pretty cool.
Yep. So you've been to a lot of conventions at this point. or conventions, expos, things of the like, right?
Yes.
Have you counted?
So it's going on. This is my 6th year.
Okay.
I mostly do Brick Convention and Brick Universe.
Okay.
And now I just started putting my leg into Brick fan events. I forget what name we go by, but I did theirs in Georgia. Um, and who else did I do? I'll go to Brick World because that's like the gala. That's like the Cinderella ball of them.
Yep. It's the Super Bowl.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Super Bowl of all Lego. And then my next favorite, of course, Brick Slopes.
Okay. So you have been to Slopes?
Oh my gosh. I was like, it took me, I like sceneries, right? So I'm originally from New York City. So everything I've seen in New York City, everything's always tall and big like that. And to go out into the open out there and you see these mountains and you drive places and like your eyes are seeing it, but your brain is like, that's AI, bro. As miles as can see, that's just God putting a screen print right there. You're still sitting in somewhere and there's somebody just put that out on the window there. Brick Slopes, my first time in to Utah, I was a little disappointed that I wasn't the only Spanish speaking person getting off that plane. I was like, wait, what? I just heard Spanish. You speak Spanish. You speak Spanish. You speak Spanish. So, but being there and being around Cody, when you hear boop, look around, be alert. The swag. It was so bad. I was not aware when I got there that you should have a larger suitcase to put your smaller suitcase that's holding your clothes inside of, because that larger suitcase, it's not going to be big enough for the stuff you're going to bring home. So
Wow.
I only had a small suitcase and a backpack. I had to take all of my stuff out of my suitcase and stick it into my backpack so that I could fit in the swag that I got. And it was like, oh my God. And then as I'm leaving, Cody goes, oh, there's something, go to the registry desk. I got something for you. And I'm like, where am I supposed to put this stuff? Like, oh my God, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to shove it in my shirt or something and go through TSA and be like, I'm packing bricks. So it was crazy. I did get to go to Brick Slopes in Denver.
Okay.
That was their first time there. It was, for me, my first time ever in Denver. That was my first time in Utah. So I like to travel, and these things, it was just like, wow. I did get to go, because there's other things to do besides just Lego. We went hiking. They have caves up there. And I went with Mel and I went with Kaylee. And Kaylee was trying to tell Mel there's different stages of hikings, the caves that you go to.
Mhm.
6 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest, where we should have been at, especially when you're in Florida at 0 level.
Yep.
Mel didn't hear that. Mel went for number 6. And
Ooh.
I thought I was going to have a heart attack because I was like, what in the hell did I get myself into with this?
Oh,
And
no.
it was phenomenal. It was just to see nature the way it was and to go into those caves on the way. I don't know what the caves did to me, but I felt like it was like Superman's cave where you get that rejuvenation. Because on the way back, I was like, come on, people, keep up. Let's go. And they were like, wasn't she dying on the way up? When I came back home, I had to take a stress test. And I told my doctor, my cardiologist, I said, hey, hold up, before you plug into anything, I just came from this mountain. Like literally, I landed on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. He's like, in Utah? And I was like, yeah, it's like so many elevation, blah, blah. He was, how did you feel? I was like, it was a little struggle going up because I wasn't used to it. But they were telling me that you're supposed to feel these things because higher elevation, less oxygen, blah, blah, blah. But coming down, it was like, yeah, cake, I got this. And he was like, there's your stress test. You're done. He was like, if you're good, you're good. And I was like, all right, cool. So, but just, it was so pretty out there. And again, you're looking at the stuff, the Rockies and all this, and your eyes are looking at them, but your brain is like, nah, that can't be real. There's no, you have to kind of go and touch it, but it's so massive. It's like, So for me, it was very big eye opener in nature out into the West. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a whole different world over there.
Oh yeah, very different. How these pioneers did it back in the day, God bless them, because I would have been like, we walked 5 steps. Now we're good.
Yeah, because like way back, they didn't even know what was coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, crazy.
But it was just the experience. Lego has done so much for me. It's very therapeutic. I love it. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. I'll see a set. I laugh now because if it's not family, it's friends. They'll be sending me messages. Did you see this? I saw this and I thought of you. And it's like, you're so cute. Yeah, I saw it. Did you see this guy? Yeah, that's old boy. I hang out. I send them a picture. They're like, yeah, of course you know that person. Did you know this one? No, I don't know. Yeah, I know this one. And that was a running joke at Brick World this year. I was there with a new friend of mine, and everywhere we went, people knew me. So she's like, "You just know everybody, don't you?" And I was like, "No, I promise you, I don't." She was like, "Yeah, sure." So we're coming back from eating lunch, or no, we're coming back from eating dinner, and as we pull in, um, I see Brian is out there waiting for his Uber Eats. So she goes, that guy might think that we're his Uber. And I was like, nah, I don't think he knows we're his Uber. I know who the guy is, but I didn't tell her I did. So she goes, you know him, don't you? I was like, nah, nah, nah. So I was like, excuse me, sir, this is not your Uber. So he was like, Maddie! And she just looks back at me. She goes, told you know everybody. So it was funny. Yeah, it's a big part of the mental health. That little plastic brick, I don't think the founder understood what he did for humanity with that one simple toy, that interlocking system, and how it literally keeps a person together. It's not just the creation you're making, it's the way it keeps you from snapping. Like I tell my kids at school, you lucky. I know we can't Lego in jail, so I'm still smiling and I'm still your teacher. Because imagine how much happier those people would be. That would be their rehabilitation right there. I ain't trying to say we need to put them in the system. We need them outside. But yeah, that little brick, it does wonders once you start playing around with it and you make whatever it is you're making. You get to be the kid again. That's the best part about it.
Yeah. We've been doing this show for a year and a half now, 18 months or so. And whatever we're at, 89 episodes. I think tonight is number 90. And I think almost every single show, the word therapeutic or something along those lines comes up. It's like universal how it somehow touches everybody that way.
Yeah, it's a universal language once you see that brick, and it's such a icebreaker. When I do the Lego clubs at school and I see the kids that normally would not talk to, you know, like most of them will try to join up as a pair because they're in the same class or whatever, but I mix them up. I'll start taking roll call and I'll start saying, okay, I call your name, I'm going to give you your table number, and that's where you're sitting. Who can I sit with? When I call your name, I'm going to give you your table number, and that's who you're working with. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. So they're sitting with different kids. I'm trying to break up that whole clicky thing.
Yeah.
With, you know, the kids, you know, they only hang out with these kids and not those kids. No, I need you to be able to see your neighbor. I need you to be able to see your classmate outside of these walls. Do you ever see this kid outside? Say hi to the kid. Let them see you. You see them. It'll make it a nicer place. They'll back you up as you will back them up. So they're learning.
Hey, here you go. What's going on, Aunt? Good to see you. What kind of YouTube channel does she have? You don't have any content on your YouTube channel, do you?
I have a YouTube. I think it's either Brick Create or For the Love of Bricks, but I haven't done anything. I'm still learning all of this media stuff. I'm always on Instagram and Facebook, and disclaimer, I put a lot of stuff on there. Like I can put stuff from positivity, you know, because I'm always encouraging people to stuff that I think, whoa, did she put that on there? Oh snap, you know. It's for entertainment purposes for me. If I see something and it made me laugh, I don't care how off it is. I'm gonna put it out there because it was funny. I mean, once upon a time, you know, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. I
Yeah.
grew up on that. That's my humor. Archie Bunker. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
ooh, I can't believe they said that. So my humor is everywhere. My content is everywhere. I'm learning how to do the content thing. I've done a couple of videos when I had my business. I had a little shop where you could come in for 90 minutes and be a kid and build and make something. And whether you finished it or not, you still got to take that home with you as a souvenir. So, and it didn't matter how old you were, what gender you were, what religion. We didn't, there was no barriers there. It was just you come on in with a friend alone. However, I'm planning, I'm praying on that, that I can come back as a pop up, do kids parties
Cool.
and stuff. I enjoyed it. We did birthday parties, and the kids were like, "Mom, you're playing with the ones that I was using," and the parents are like, "You moved, so oh well, you shouldn't have gotten up." So, it's. I always try to make a. I always tell people I try to make a connection. We'll bring one brick at a time. Just to, you want the community to get together. It was nice to see the weekend dads or the weekend moms coming in with their kid to see and have that moment, and you could see it in the kid's face, like, you're not on your phone, you're working with me on the bricks and
Yeah.
whatnot. My father's
Present.
90 years old, and he's, when I'm building a set, he'll be busy doing something, and all of a sudden, hey pop, what's going on? He'll start taking my pieces and organizing them. I was like, oh, okay. And then he'll tell me, you tell me what you need, I'll give it to you. And I'm like, okay pop, it's gonna take a little longer now. But I keep him going. So um it's an it's an ageless toy. It's an ageless equipment that can just put generations together. I used to sit with my granddaughter on weekends. We lock ourselves in. Movie, food, Lego. Everything all in one shot. We couldn't care what was going on in the world. And this is what we would do all weekend long. It's just, you know, grandma, it's time for dinner. I know. It's time for lunch. I know. It's time for breakfast. Okay. And we would with the bricks. And, you know, it was our connection together. So that part was pretty cool.
For these classes you do, how do you get the brick for that?
I beg.
Yeah.
Literally, I always go around. I'm like, anybody's got donations, I take them. I appreciate it. A lot of my bricks, personally, I've gotten as donations from my community where I live at. The kids don't want them anymore, and the parents are like, you know what? Miss Maddie will make something out of it. We'll give them to her. She can use them, and she does her art thing that she does the shows with and whatnot. And she's always showing it on Facebook and whatnot. But at the school, I had a donor's choice. I'm going to be making another one asking for bricks and whatnot. And then I'll put the links up on Instagram and Facebook. And hopefully this year we'll actually get enough donations to make it work. So, but I want the kids to have a good time. I told my principal, it's not that I'm bougie. I am a purist. I do love the Lego brand. It's one of the top best ones. We've tried other ones and they don't work as well. They don't hold as well. So I would prefer to get them the best that there is. I'll sit there when they're working with stuff and you see me plucking out the Flago and, and they're like, what are you doing, Mr. Stack? If it's not the right brick, it's not going to go. So that, you know, I want you guys to have top quality stuff. So the Flagos we give like to the aftercare, the kids that are not in the club, so that way they have something to do. But for ours, I will go on whatever social media I have and I'll say it. Hey, can we help my kids out? You know, they want to be able to build. I haven't posted pictures of the kids. I did see, I think it was Corey. He put smiley faces on the kids' faces. So I think I'm going to end up editing a lot of my pictures and doing the smiley faces so that I can show how the kids are in class and the stuff that they make. So that way I'm protecting them. Yes, Lego purist for life. It's so true. It's worth it. I mean, it's just the quality. And when you're working with kids and you already know they're coming in, it's a Title I school, so it's not that easy for them to get things. This is the third school I've worked at, and this is the second school where I've introduced Lego, where 80% of the kids never touched a brick until I actually put one in their hand.
Wow.
Because it was not in their demographic. It was the toys for the rich kids. So, or the girls would be like, oh, the boys play with those. I'm like, what? Do I look like a boy? You know what I be building? This is the stuff I do, So I'm trying to encourage more girls because they're our future engineers.
Yeah. I don't understand the Lego as a boy's toy thing. I truly don't understand it. What is it about Lego that points to it being a male-dominated thing?
Construction.
I guess.
My mom was a construction worker when I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I learned a lot of my carpentry work from her and my dad. So I do tile, I lay tile, I do drywall. I do a lot of stuff. So, and I do my own oil changes on the car if I could when I have time. But it's not just a boy's toy and it's not just a boy's world. There's so many things we do. Being a chef used to be just male dominant.
Yep.
Julia Childs broke that barrier when she went to the school, and she was the first female, and they treated her like dirt because she was a woman. And it's like, hold up. So we could birth the kids, or we could cook for them at home. But God forbid if we go outside into the social mediums and then try to do it and then it's not acceptable. I don't get it. So
yeah, it makes no sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. But that's society. And I'm trying to, in my own little world, help the kids understand you don't just have to do nails and have your hair and wait for Prince Charming. It's like, girl, go slay your dragon. You got this. You can build it. You can make that building. You can possibly make it a lot better. We see things differently. Where boys just see, oh, we're just going to build this. Girls can see, well, if it has this type of a shape to it, maybe it does this for the building. When we were in Chicago, that beautiful building that had shape to it was engineered by a female. There's a building that has these waves that were the balconies. She did that so the birds wouldn't crash into the building. Everything had a reason. And I'm like, go girl, why did I run out of battery? I wanted to take a picture. So it was just, again, I'm trying to open the doors and let them see. I want to get on Lego Masters to be the mom and daughter team because I want little girls to see, yeah, mommy can sit, mommy's got time. Yeah, she's tired, but she'll sit with you and you guys can build. It doesn't always have to be, My Little Pony type stuff, but you can build stuff together. So like my daughter, she would come in, and if I had a bucket of loose bricks, like she'll make fun of me every now and then. But then if I'm in the kitchen cooking or something, I can hear the bricks moving. What you doing there, daughter? Nothing. Are you touching my brick? No. Look what I made, mom. It's like, oh,
yeah,
ain't that cute? So yeah, but I try to encourage all. And then you get you get some boys, they're not confident. Oh, I can't make that. Yeah, you can. It's not just cars. Just because it doesn't have wheels doesn't mean you can't make something. And that's one of the biggest things that we had in our classes. The boys went real quick for, I need the tires. I got to make the cars. That's all you can make, cars. You don't make buildings. You don't make, action figures. You don't make anything, I'm in a car. Okay. So who's going to go in the car? Oh, so it was that type of deal. We had races where I made the kids each make their own little race car in teams. And we would go down the hallway and have them going. So that was pretty fun. So I try to get different innovations for them to get them to think outside the box, not just the video games. They got the Minecraft I know nothing about except for the movie that I saw. I can't get that time back. But I try to just widen the world for the kids. And we're not just stuck here in this Florida. There's so much more outside, outside of these walls. Prepare yourself. Be ready to go out to places. And the kids are like, oh, Miss Stack, have you been here? Have you been there? Yeah. Man, that must be so cool. You can do it too. And you'd be amazed at how many kids haven't yet ridden on a plane or seen snow. Adults that haven't seen snow. That blows my mind.
That's crazy.
There's so many in Florida. Wow. Nope, I ain't going out there. I heard that's cold.
I mean, it is pretty awful.
Oh no, I've lived in it. Yeah. Trust me,
yeah.
I know. Yeah. But it's just amazing. Like they're in their 30s. Have you ever been on a plane? No.
Weird.
How you not been on a plane? It's like, do you drive everywhere? I've never been out of Florida. Ooh, okay. It's like, yeah, the world's not square.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
It is. It really is. So,
yeah. I mean, I guess the advantage there. I mean, like even being in New York's obviously not a small state.
No, it's huge.
But it's planted right next to a bunch of really small states.
Yeah.
So from New York, what can you hit? 8 or 9 states? Just roughly right around there.
90 minutes you're in Connecticut. 2 hours you're in Pennsylvania, like into the mountains in Pennsylvania. Once you start going into upstate New York, so I was born and raised in New York City. I went from the Bronx to Queens and then back to the Bronx. Then I moved out northwest to Fort Drum area, which is like the tundra. Like I've met people who've moved there from Alaska and they were like, I don't care who you got to do, get us back to Alaska because this place is too cold. Because we were 30 minutes away from Canada.
Yeah.
So it was when we got winter up there, it was bad.
So where is that? That's just south of Toronto.
I think
Ottawa.
Ottawa was the area, the Canadian area that was closest to us.
Over. Okay.
So you had Binghamton, Albany, Utica, and then Watertown. Watertown is the name of the main bigger town where Fort Drum is at. And man, when I tell you the ice storms we used to get, like once you lost power, you didn't have to worry about the food going bad because as long as you stuck it in the garage closest to the door, it was going to be frozen. That was it. You just had to figure out how to cook it because you had no power. So
just light the house on fire.
I was fortunate with my kids that the military housing we lived in, the heater was broken, so it was always 80 degrees once it was on. So we would be in shorts inside my house and the snow was like past the windowsill and people were like, is she crazy? What's wrong with, is that little boy just in diapers? It's like, hey, it's hot in here. It's like, we got to stay, I would crack the windows just so that we can have some coolness in the house from the heat. But it was like, wouldn't give this up. I prayed every night, please let that heat be on all night long into tomorrow. But it's, and I've lived as far as Hawaii. And the kids, my students are like, you lived in Hawaii? I was like, yeah, I was there for a year. It was beautiful. It's so different now because I went back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same island I left almost 30 years ago. It was like, that's so sad. Been to Puerto Rico, obviously. I got family there. Been to Ecuador. I thought Florida was hot. Ecuador was way hotter. I didn't think I was going to survive. I was in tank tops and shorts, and it felt like I was in a fur coat. because it was
Oh,
so hot. It was crazy. Um, but it's a beautiful country, and they have the indigenous people, the art that they have there. Like now, I got to go back because I was told that the highway that has this monkey in the middle of the highway made out of palm tree. Now they have other animals, and it's like, oh man, now I got to go back just to see that. My favorite or my fun place that I did get to go to is Costa Rica.
cool.
That's beautiful there. It's so mellow. The people are just so nice. I went into the country area, not the city. Um, it's like Puerto Rico, um, just the same thing. The food, oh, the food was amazing. That's I'm a foodie, so wherever I go, it's gotta have good food.
That's the best part of travel.
Yeah, always gotta be. You always gotta keep an open mind, and I tell that to the kids. I'm like, you go somewhere, you gotta keep an open mind. You can't go somewhere thinking, oh, I'm American, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm in a different country. I'm gonna respect what how it is to be in your country.
Yeah.
So
Well, and you got to eat what the locals eat, not at the touristy spots. Yeah.
exactly. I laugh because in was it there? It was in Ecuador. They had crunchy chicken, and the crunchy wasn't spelled with a C, it was spelled with a K. And I couldn't stop laughing about it because you literally, if you listening with a Spanish accent, crunchy chicken, it sounds like you're saying it with a K instead of a C.
Yeah.
So that part made me laugh. Just different places. And I tell the kids, like my next journey, I pray, and I maybe for 2027, I want to go to the House of the Brick. I want to go to the big brick house and check it out. I want to go to
That's a real
overseas.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. I've been seeing everybody's doing these trips, and it's like, I gotta get in there.
It's funny how it went from it being like a rare thing for somebody to go to the Lego house. Now it's like a rite of passage. Like somehow everybody is like taking their turn to have that trip.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
a
meet
must
Whittaky?
do. Who?
Whittaky. He came in from the UK. He was at Brick World. Uh,
I gotta see what he looks like. Did he build anything?
no, he didn't have a build. He was just the wandering Brit. But
Did he
wicked,
have an
wicked nice
accent?
guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, he had, well, I mean, from out there, yeah, he's a pretty good accent. Uh, very good guy. And he had gone to the Lego house very shortly before Brick World. And as soon as you mentioned it, like this little like spark came into his eye. Like
Mm-hmm.
still a couple weeks later, it's like, oh, and then we saw this, and then we did this.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
a lot, like
it's gonna
Brickworld. When
happen.
you come back from Brickworld and you're talking to someone, you were there, you were there, Nicodemus, King of the Rats. It's one of those.
uh, yep.
For those of you that
It's
don't know, that was a reference to The Secret of Nim, very old movie back in the 80s, 90s. So
yep. So it's funny because that's a reference for a certain generation. And during one of our car trips, we were going to breakfast or something. That movie actually came up in conversation. It's like, this is how you know there aren't any younger folk around. Just kind of a lost
yeah.
reference. Actually, Smokey, who was with us, is a lot younger, and they had no real idea. But
No, and it's funny when you mention stuff and they just look at you and you're like, ah, I get it.
yeah,
You had to be there.
yeah, yeah, because the conversation from Secret of Nim always seems to wiggle its way over to the Dark Crystal, and then branches from
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was in that time, those puppets.
Scary.
We, they were scary, the rats, they had that radish looking face and that crinkled nose and whatnot, but it was so cool. And then you had the puppets that kind of looked like descendants from Janice from the Muppet Show, like, hey, you know.
Yeah, that
Um,
hippie vibe. Yeah.
yeah. Somebody I was just talking to, we were talking about at the convention, Morgan Freeman. Um, his voice, how articulate he speaks. And I had made mention, that's how I learned English. Electric Company. Between him and Rita Monero, they were the silhouette shadows, and they would release the first part of the word and then the second part and connect it. And that was how they did the phonics part. So I learned a
Wow.
lot. I love to meet Morgan Freeman and Rita and just be like, thank you so much, gracias, because you taught me English, the proper English, so that I didn't sound like I didn't know what I was talking about. And a lot of people are like, wait, you didn't know how to speak English? I was like, I had to learn it. So I spoke Spanish at home. So I tortured my
Wow.
teachers, spoke to them in Spanish at school.
Wow.
But yeah, so this, my numbers for my numeric village, the song 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, remember that one?
Oh yeah.
That was the earworm that was in my head for 2 months while I was building those bricks. I was like, oh my God, if I hear that song one more time. But every time it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Death by 1,000 sesames.
But I'm so grateful for PBS. I mean, they were the ones with that creativity. You saw the world differently through the Muppets. And I didn't, to me, they were so real. And now when I see shows like behind the scenes and you see the people holding them up and so like, oh my God, that would have like totally mortified me seeing that. Less was more. Seeing the characters look like they're real, that was such a big thing. And learning from them, the words. So the teaching part, when I'm teaching kids, I'm trying to make it so when I use my bricks, they engage, they feel like, hey, she gets what I'm trying to learn, or she's speaking my language and she's making it so that I can remember things. I'll do corny stuff in my math classes just to make them remember things. Like when we're doing multiplication, if they're doing something times by 10, if it's got zeros in it, I tell them drop it like it's hot, put that zero down and just focus on the numbers. You're just adding zeros, you know. And they're like, oh, when they're dividing, or if they have fractions, or if they're doing decimals, I'll be like, when you're moving that decimal to the left, you know, and think of Beyonce. And they're just, and you see them taking their test and like, to the left, to the left. So I'm like, yeah, somebody's remembering something. I challenge Tim
funny.
Liddy to build a ski sheet.
It's Skexy. Those were the vulture things from Dark Crystal.
Good luck with that. I'm still learning how, I still have to learn how to do sculpting. My best so far is just doing this by putting it together, but to try to piece the pieces to make them look like they do. Like Henrietta, when I was making her in the beginning, she was supposed to have been an egg.
Oh.
She was shaped in a form where she was going to look like an egg. And as I kept adding more bricks, she turned into a chicken. So it was like, what? So, and it worked out because that's what she turned out to be. She was a goofy one. I'm trying to find her picture, a really good one I can put on the screen for you. For my Henrietta, her debut. So this was Henrietta. Let's see if it'll show you. So you see the shape, it's kind of ovalish.
You know that's on your Instagram, right?
Yeah. So that was the old Henrietta. Now the new one, she's got apple bottom jeans. I mean, she's girthier there. She's got some Birkin hips on her. So she's wider.
Let's see. Hold on. I can share this. The one you posted a couple days ago.
That's the new one. That's the 2.0.
Okay, let me see if I can.
And that oh my goodness.
What?
To put that together, it was like hands don't fail me now, because she was not as easy, and I wanted to kind of give her a little different look and work with what I had for Bricks and make her to be more stable and not so delicate, so that when it was time to pack her up, she did not have that mishap that happened in our last convention, that she did not make it home. It was sad. It was like no brick left behind. Yeah, she was left in a bag. So that's Henrietta 2.0, and she's perched there. She actually has a light now, so she gets lit. So the inside of her, she's a chicken coop.
Can I make that bigger somehow? Nope, apparently not.
So yeah, she's a chicken coop, and inside of her are baby chicks or chicken, a little family of chicken, and they lay eggs. And she's part of my first part of the year series. So I have like something for January, February, March, April, for the holidays. And Henrietta starts it off with laying the eggs, and then they go into a cake where the carrots are at, where the bunnies are at, and the bunnies color the eggs. Yeah. So, and people love hearing the story. A lot of my stuff, they're all connected. They all have a story to it. That's why it's hard for me to even think about taking them apart and, that was the end of it. It's like, no, I keep them and they're a big part of me. They have a storyline and it keeps going as I keep making. So now I have ideas for May and June. I just haven't put them together yet, because literally this is my first month home where I'm trying to rest. It's not happening.
There we go. It's a good close-up of the face. I love that.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
So I usually send out a good morning text, and the day after she was created and I finished her, I went ahead and everybody that I said good morning to, they're like, what's with the chicken head? Are you trying to give us a message? Like, what the heck is that? I was like, that's Henrietta 2.0.
Yeah. I love that the facial expression can work for several different emotions. So the text you put with it could completely alter your perception of it.
Oh, that's definitely. Cool. And her head turns. So her head turns. So 2.0 has lights. She has legs that she actually can stand on, and her head does turn. So I got to figure out how to do it with gears so that I can put a little motor to it to just kind of give her that whole exorcism type of head. Awesome. And it was funny because at the zoo, some kids were looking and they're like, "Ooh, she looks weird." So I turned the head to them, like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, and she just looked at her like, and turned the head. Oh, thank you, Albert. So yeah, it's so
funny.
You got to have fun with your builds. For me, I have to have fun. Like Fulgencio, that's my he's a 2-foot dummy doll, and the story behind him was my daughter can't stand porcelain dolls. They freak her out. I love liquid styles because they just, especially after seeing Toy Story 4 with Vincent, I fell in love with Vincent. He was my favorite. So here we are, we're practicing, we're trying to get stuff going, and I make him, and my son-in-law goes, "Mom, can you make his mouth open?" I'm like, "Bro, there's only so much I can do, you know." I made his mouth open. So he has a duck face, like he's giving you a kiss, but when he opens up his mouth, these fangs just come out. So people are like, "Oh my God." So it's kind of like the shock factor, but his head turns all the way and his arms move. And my daughter's like, "Why, Mom?" Because I'll put him in the living room on my entertainment center. So like you're looking at the TV and he's looking at you watching the TV. So she's so like, funny. You put him away. It's like, no, Fulgencio needs to chill, you know, he's there. So now my next step is to make either a female or another little Fulgencio, but I want him to be more mobile and also to make his legs move. So it's practice, practice, and practice. And it's based on what parts I have. So if I have the parts and I can make them work, then I got it. But yeah, I have fun with a lot of the builds I make. I like that wow factor. Like, oh, it does that. It's like, I know. It's like an accident you can't stop looking at. He went to North Carolina.
North Carolina, the convention?
Yeah, the Raleigh convention. I took Fulgencio with me. I took Eddie the Yeti, Baby Tig. And Baby Tig's head blew up again, but I managed to put it back together again. My mosaics. I have mosaics where I display my son, my granddaughter, and my daughter. So whenever I'm on a trip, I take my family with me. So they're always there with me.
That's cool.
Yeah. So people are like, man, that's pretty cool. So my pool table, that was a funny. So season 2, I think we didn't pass into alternates or go to the next stage because I couldn't make a sphere. I didn't know how to make a lowosphere. I didn't know what the lowosphere was. So season 4, when we tried out, they said to make something spherical. I made a pool table. I was like, how many balls do you need? I had a bunch of cue balls from a pool table, and they're like, okay, we get it. You can make the balls. I'm just saying. You want the ball, I can make them. You want them big ones, little ones? What do you got?
Lesson learned.
So, yep. So my pool table rolls. The balls roll, and they fall into the pockets.
Wow.
Yeah. A freak electrical storm. He is shocked and comes to life and slaughters all the Lego builds. Wow. No, we're not. My builds like each other. They all hold on to each other. Like, hey, as long as if that oldest one is still around, then we still have a fighting chance. The minute she starts breaking them down, that means we're going to be extra parts. So
yeah, they're all hiding and huddling in the corner together.
And in my head, like when I used to have my city, the way I built it up. So for my birthday, my 50th birthday, I did a block party. I set it up. It was phenomenal. Like I literally wanted to shrink myself and join my mini-me and be at my birthday party. We had dragon dancers, we had stars, we had food, we had everything. And the pictures, they're in my Instagram. And so the way the pictures were all set up and the way the block was set up with everybody in the streets waiting for the parade to come down. The next morning when I woke up and I came to check it out, one minifig was flat on his face. And it's like all the other ones were just standing there. Like, we told him he should have chilled out. Nah, he got drunk. He's flat faced now. So in my head, they come alive when the lights are out. So they have their own thing. So I can imagine how that party went, the after party.
Makes me think of Beetlejuice, the train set upstairs. Yeah.
So, and that's what I kind of wanted to make, a little city like that. But then I watched the Lego movie so much. It's just so I love the way that they just made that animation, the way that they did it. It's like you can really see it happening. So when I look at my minifigs, I'm like, I know you could do it. You just don't want me to see it. It's a Toy Story thing. I get you.
If you think that they can come to life, you better treat them right.
Oh, yeah, always. I rescue them. That's why I'm saying people will donate and they're like, they'll be in a safer place with you. So I want to get one of those, like I've seen a lot of the shelves where they put the minifigs in. So I want to get something like that so I can start. Which convention did I go to? I think when we were in Orlando, I got a book, the 300 minifig book, the history of them. And it's a really cool book. And it shows you the story behind the minifigs. So I'm trying to see if I have them so I can start making sure that I can start collecting my minifigs because I want to actually display them that way. I did fall down the rabbit hole with the brickheads. They got me.
Oh man,
At first, I was
that's
like, nah,
trouble.
I ain't touching them. And then Princess Leia, that was the one that got me. The Stormtrooper and the Princess Leia. And after that, it was like, nah, I gotta get this one. Now I got. What do you mean it's retired? I gotta find it. Now I'm on a hunt. So
Well,
I
now
have well over 30.
I think they broke 200.
Wow. Nah,
Yeah.
I haven't even reached into those. But like now Fortnite, and I don't know anything about Fortnite either, so I gotta get on that bandwagon too. But I love the way their kooky builds are. And I got the banana peel with the skeleton. Peely, I think they
Oh yeah, Peely. Yep.
oh, I want that. Oh my gosh. When I saw his, I was like, oh, I need this one. And I think I have him as a brickhead. But I'm trying to just collect so that I can have my brickheads. I got Princess Amidala, the Star Wars collection.
Mhm.
But now I still gotta get Luke Skywalker, Ben. So there was, I think I just saw them this year come out earlier this year. Then Stranger Things, it's like, oh, it's like I need a cash cow to keep up with it.
Did you? So Ben Z Cerberus had Peely Bone driving a tank, but the tank was in the shape of a rhinoceros. Did you see that build
No,
at Brickworld?
no, I'm telling you, I missed. There was a few things I got to see. I got to see that ginormous arcade the guy made.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 4-player. I think it was a Ninja Turtles or
Yes.
Street Fighter or something. In the very corner, they had a bunch of video game type, arcade type builds as well. When you walked in and you went straight to your left and went starting down number one, going upwards, I got to see a few there. There was just so much to look at. They had the minifig, the macro fig, the like the ones that, like the Star Wars one. It was the stormtrooper inside the hot tub.
Yep.
So they got a duck from me and they were like, "Ooh, can you put the duck in the water?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes, I can." Thank you. So I love Stormy because he is just so adorable and he's just chilling there. And I'm like, that was just too cute. So they just had so many phenomenal builds there. It was just so much to take in. Like I'll look at the pictures and I'll zoom in and try to see what was behind the other one. I took more pictures this year, I think, than I did the first year, but I didn't see as many of the displays as I did the first year. So, but next year I'm going to try to do my time management so I can see and go. I gotta get comfortable sneakers or get me a wheelchair or something because oh my god, the walking.
Lot of walking. Yeah.
I did over 17,000 steps in one day just being in the home. And that's like almost 6 miles, 8 miles. I was like, good thing I didn't look at this thing before I got, you know, before I got halfway through the day. Yeah, I think all of our builds do come to life. It's fun to think about it, but not in the Five Nights at Freddy type of way.
Ooh, man. I actually really enjoyed those movies.
You know what? It did not get me. When I saw it, I text my granddaughter. I was like, "Well, Grandma can't get those 2 hours back," and she was busting out laughing. She goes, "What you watch now, Grandma?" I was like, "Five Nights at Freddy." She goes, "Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna like it." I was like, "Yeah, it didn't do it." And I love movies, and I like gory stuff. Um, what was I just watching that made me jump a couple of times? Passenger. Was it Passenger?
I
I
didn't
think
see
it's
that one.
yeah. 3 times I was like, "Oh, you got me."
All right, I'll have to look for that one.
Yeah, not the one with there's because they don't really get creative with the titles anymore, so they like recycle these patterns. It's like, yo, Jaws, yeah, you know, the one about the can opener. It's like, what? No, I'm talking about the shark. um, this one is called Passengers. It's they're on a road, because the other one, I think they're on a plane or a train or something. Well, this one, they're in the car, and it was a really good cross between Blumhouse and Stephen King.
Okay.
It had that type of a mixture in there. Because like I said, if it creeps me out, or I'm like, oh, or if it makes me scream, yeah, that's
All right.
that's the way to do it. So, but yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy, I was like, you were okay. You didn't cut it for me. So
I thought the first one was fun because, you know, you think about Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah.
And Matthew Lillard was in it, and I love him. He will forever be, you know, my Shaggy, right? And so I thought that was fun. The second one I actually watched on the flight to Brick World.
Oh,
so it was an okay, like, let's kill an hour and a half or
right.
hour and 45 at a plane. It's fine. It was okay for that.
Yeah, I watched all. There was something I was just watching before. I started now watching Euphoria. I'm trying to catch up with some stuff because people talk. The House of Dragons was one, but there was something in between the two of those. Fallout. So I heard
Fallout is good.
Fallout, and I don't know anything about Fallout. And then I watched the series, and I'm like, y'all just leaving me hanging like this? So when are you coming back? I need to find out what happens next. Like, when are you? You just can't cut off a series like that. I mean, as gory as it was, and ridiculously, like, it had that Tarantino gory to it.
Yep.
It was good. And I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. And this, like, Euphoria. If I ever meet Zendaya, she's not always going to be MJ anymore. Now it's like, whoa, Rue, what's up? Like, their craftsmanship at what they do is like our builders. They throw their heart into it, and you can see it come out of whatever creations they make.
Huh. So Euphoria, is that actually good, or is that just like a teeny bopper thing that just kind of catches your attention? And
I don't think as a parent I would have let, like, 16, 17, I would be like, you're gonna see it. Actually watch it so that you can see what not to do. It's one of those type, you know. But anything younger than that, no. There's a lot of too much. But for me, the storyline, it's not Brady Bunch material.
Yeah.
There's no Marsha. There's like, oh shit. So it's there's times when you like the characters, it depends who you pick on that you favor. You start like trying to follow their storyline, and there's things when they're happening, you're like, oh, please don't let this happen, or don't let that happen. It's like a dark Harry Potter where it's not magic and wizardry that's their vice, and this one is actually drugs and whatnot. But they are very intense. It's an intense show to watch.
Okay.
But nothing for the kiddos. So definitely be like, nope, night.
Yeah, after hour show.
Sleep, yeah. Get into that REM sleep. I want to make sure. I need to feel the weight on that pillow and make sure you're knocked out.
Yep.
Okay, hon, turn it on.
Okay. All right. Maybe I will check it out at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken me a couple of years. This is not 2019 type of thing, or 2018, I think it started, and I'm just catching up with it now. But I can see where this young woman, Zendaya, her art of acting is incredible. Like, if I have not seen her, if I didn't see her already in the Spider-Man series, in the Marvel series, and I would have seen this, I would have been like, wow, was she really like partaking in the stuff? Because how do you act like that? Like, unless you really know. The movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
I really thought he was challenged. And then I see him in another movie, and I'm like, wait, hold up, is that Gilbert? Holy snap, you know? And it was like, that's the kid, and he did such a phenomenal job that it was wild. Billy Bob Thornton, when he played Carl.
Sling Blade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I see him in Bad Santa, and I'm like, there's no way that's the same guy. I'm like going back between the two, like, oh dang, you know. And it's a craftsmanship. These people have such an art. And I've met a couple in Fallout. No, games, House of Dragons, the guy who's the money guy, the accountant now. He plays in Harry Potter's Fantastic Beast. The bakery guy. I can never get his name. Well, I met him at the Comic-Con a few years back. And when I saw him, I was like, oh my God, it's him. So he always has like a ski last name. And I went up to him because there was nobody in his area. I think he was just chilling out. Just to say, thank you for your craftsmanship and the way you act. Like, you took me to Brooklyn, and I believe that you was like a pastry maker, you know. And he just looked at me. He was like, thank you. And I was like, God bless you and your art, man. Like, good luck. I hope to see more of you on this. You know, he was like, oh, you see me on Walking Dead? And I was like, yeah, no, I don't do Walking Dead. I'm not into zombies like that. Sorry. And he was like, oh. So, but he signed a poster for me, and it was just really nice to meet him. But it was just to say thank you. You know, I do that. I'm that nutty professor that does that.
It's funny. No zombies for you, huh?
I do like the ones from and this All of Us. The one with Pascal with the clickers.
Okay. Yep.
So I don't like zombies because, and it sounds crazy, I love vampires, but I don't like zombies.
Okay.
Vampires, they still have this going on in there, even though they have no blood within themselves. But a zombie doesn't have that because it all rotted out. And if you could put a block in front of a zombie and he can't get around it, he's useless. How can he hurt you? Because he's not going to think, oh, let me move this or let me walk around it. So it's like, nah, I can't get it. I don't see how you made it from point A to B if you couldn't even move the obstacle that was right in front of you. You didn't think to climb over it. You didn't think to move it aside or anything. So no, zombies are ridiculous. But then I seen these clickers, and the way the spores, the way they made the costumes for them, it was like, I couldn't stop staring. As gory as they were, I was like, oh my God. But they were like, I liked the way they looked. They didn't look like your typical rotting skin zombie. They just looked something better. World War Z scared the bejesus out of me. With Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I went to sleep that night because like a dummy, I watched it in October, and my house was making October sounds at night, and it was like midnight, and I'm thinking, this was not the time to watch this, man. So I go to bed, and that zombie that was in the lab that kept waiting and listening for the noises, and that's how he would react. So when I went to bed, I literally had my phone in my hand, and I put the covers over my head, and I kept saying, dear God, just let me wake up tomorrow morning, because I could have sworn that thing was right outside that sheet. I was like, I forced myself to sleep to make that sun pop up a little faster the next day, because I was like, when I woke up and the sheet was still over my head, I'm like, what's going on? Oh, the zombie. I gotta be quiet. I was like, I'm moving the sheets like, thank you. So World War Z got me. They did some pretty decent zombies, but then I realized I would have survived that scenery, because it didn't go for you if you had some type of a disability. Whether you were sick, you were handicapped. I'm deaf in one ear, so that saved me. I'm a cancer survivor, so that saved me. So I was like, I would have made it. They would have ran right past me like they did the little boy and that old person in the street. When they did the recap, I was like, oh, I would have survived. Okay, I'm good.
Did you see 28 Days Later, or the second or third one?
I saw the first one, and I think I saw the second one. I tried to watch the third one, but that music was driving me nuts. The song, the little melody that was playing. Um, 28 Days Later, is that the one with Sandra Bullock and they were in the staircase?
No. No, 28 Days Later was zombie movie.
Yeah, no, it's a zombie movie. I seen one of them. I seen the first one.
Was she in the first one?
I think she was, because they were in the staircase. I think it was her.
So it's funny because I watched the first one and I distinctly remembered not liking it, and I had no intentions of ever watching another one. And then somebody mentioned that it was like the perfect trilogy now that the new one's out. Like, I don't really remember why I hated the first one, but whatever. 2 and 3 are on Netflix, and I watched them basically back to back.
So if it's not Sandra Bullock, then I think it's the chick from Dexter, the one that played the sister, Deborah Morgan.
I don't know.
Now, Dexter, I had to watch all of it. I love Dexter.
Let's see.
But yeah, I know I remember seeing the first one, and it creeped me out because you always have that first, what is it, patient zero.
Mm-hmm.
So every time something's going on, or somebody's sick, I'm like, oh, patient zero. I'll point it out.
So however you say his name, Cillian Murphy from
Peaky Blinders.
Yes. Yeah, he was in
it.
Yep, he was in the first one there.
Another good series that I loved watching, because that's all I kept saying after watching the Peaky Blinders. My daughter would be like, Mom, stop saying it. It's like, because I'm the freaking Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. So the second one was 28 years later.
And the third one
was 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Okay. So I saw the first and the second, and then the third one, it was like, there's a like a song or something, or a tune that they play, and it was like, it's driving me nuts. You ever seen the movie with Halle Berry? She was like out of her head, Gothica, something like that. I think that was the name of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch that one. It was like, oh, shut it off. Too much streaming. Not dealing with it.
The soundtrack was good on that, if I remember right.
And then The Entity. Remember that movie?
No,
Insidious.
Oh, okay. Yep.
With that pounding.
Insidious, I remember.
Yeah. I was in the movie theater and it was like, okay, we're doing this a little too much. Y'all need to turn this down some, because I'm deaf and I can hear that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Warm Bodies. That was a good one. That was John Malkovich.
Okay.
John Malkovich is a legend.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best. Yeah. But there's a bunch of zombies. iZombie on Netflix.
I didn't see that one.
I liked it. I'm not a zombie person, but I liked it because it was the way that they did the zombies. They didn't do your typical brains. Because I remember that from Night of the Living Dead. In iZombie, she's a zombie, but she works in a forensics department in a police station.
Wasn't she some like cute little blonde girl or something?
Yeah. And so as a foodie, I had to give respect because of the way she kept cooking up all the brains with different recipes and taste it, and then be able to tell how that person died, which I felt so bad because it was like, but she's going to find out how you died. So it's okay, and it was a good series. That one, they should have kept going. I like that one. Did you see The Bride with Christian Bale as Frankenstein?
Oh, I must have, if it was a Frankenstein movie.
Oh, one of the best. It just came out, I think, this year or the end of last year.
Oh, no, I didn't see this. This is the brand new one.
Oh,
okay.
Man, it was. That actress did a phenomenal job with that character.
The most recent Frankenstein movie was good. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he's looking for his father.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. I liked it. I grew up on stuff like that. Those are my. And I have friends of mine. There's the TV series, the Netflix series, Haunting on Hill House, or the Hill House Haunting. I always get the words wrong.
Yeah, that was a takeoff of from the movie, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
there was a movie. Oh, now I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look for the movie. Okay.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the right thing.
So this particular series, there was characters in there. There was different characters for each episode, and there was one where he was tapping his cane, and the man with the top hat, and you had broken neck lady. So I'm watching this again. It's October. I got a friend of mine that I graduated high school with. We would call each other, and once we finished watching it, we would do our commentaries. And I'm like, all right, so I'm going to bed now. And he's like, whoa, what? You just watched it and you could just fall asleep like that? Like, what, are you crazy? How could you go to sleep? And I'm like, you shut your eyes and put your head on the pillow, and that's it. You're not. And he's like, but you just saw what you just saw. And I was like, and now I'm tired and now I want to go to sleep. And he's like, what are you, a psychopath? And I was like, how you figure? He goes, only psychopaths can fall asleep after watching something like that. Like, now I got to drink some coffee. I got to read a book. I got to, watch some comedy or whatever. I was like, yeah, no, it's fake, bro. It's on TV.
Yeah. I mean, you watch Sesame Street, you don't think Big Bird's walking in your house.
So yeah, for me, it was like, this is it. Watching like Dahmer movies. That guy played it really good. The Dahmer movie in Netflix. What was the other one that was really good? We were talking about it at school. The guy that ate the people, the Gein.
Oh, Ed Gein.
Yeah, that was. So they were talking about the draw. I heard, so teachers were talking about it, and they would say the specific name, the Coochie draw, and I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, that's what that was. And they were like, yeah. It's like the different parts that he had stored away, and he kept as souvenirs. So, but I grew up on seeing so many of this. Like Stephen King was such a big idol. I was always loving his stuff. Reading his books were worse because my imagination with his writing, I read it like, I want to say 5 or 6 times, and every single time it was always cold in the room or warmer in the room. I can see what he's trying to bring out to you, so that was pretty big. I'm an artist too. I love to draw monsters because I grew up with Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman. Yeah, those were the classics.
Yeah.
Those were the classic. The theater in New York City that I went to called the Midway, it was off of Queens Boulevard. For me, the experience of going to the movies was specifically to that movie house because their wallpapering was all the old black and white actors. Abbott Costello, the werewolf,
it's Boris Karloff.
Lagoon, yeah. Oh my God. And seeing all of that. I used to just go there just to stare at the pictures and then get ready to go see the movies. So that was really big for me. But yeah, if you could draw those, man, that's incredible. My son-in-law is a huge Frankenstein fan. Like, he's got tattoo of Frankenstein on him. I gave him the Frankenstein brick head one year for either Christmas or his birthday. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. They don't make them like that anymore.
It's a little funny because that's the first mention of Lego in a little while. Oh, man.
We don't just nerd out with the bricks. We got other, vices there. Puzzles is the other thing. Star Wars. But yeah, Star Wars was my gateway back into the brick. And now my house is I have so much plastic. And I always touching them, and I have them everywhere. Like, I have a tray right here, parts that I found in a hall, and I keep looking. Like, I'm super stoked because I found the torso for the Joker, the Riddler. Remember the Riddler?
Yeah.
So now I have to find his little purple hand because he's missing one purple hand. I did find the head to the Catwoman.
Nice.
I keep looking around. There's a torso in here that I really would love to know who or where is it from. It's like a conductor one. I think, and I'm going to take a guess, this is an Ninjago one.
I don't know what that is.
But it looks pretty cool. He was intact.
Have you used Recognize? Do you know about that?
I have one of the apps that'll show me some stuff. Otherwise, I just go on Google, take a picture, and see what they come up with. Here it is. So this torso, I guess I have two of these because I see another pair of pants there. I don't know what he's from, but I like it.
Is that from Harry Potter?
I don't think so.
Looks like Star Wars. That's got the like the pocket watch.
Yeah.
Chain. Looks awfully familiar.
So, and I like, I don't know what this is from, but I'll find out.
That's from one of the big figs, I think.
And then
that stuff.
I know I've seen these in gold, but this one's in red.
Oh, I've definitely never seen it in red.
And the casket part of it is in blue.
That's even stranger.
Exactly. So I hunt for stuff like this when I look through my so I know I have remnants of a Batman set in there.
Oh, here it is. The red one is from the Mummy's Tomb.
Okay.
From the Adventurers theme. 1998.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic. So yeah.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, when I look through stuff and it's like I put them to the side and have, you know, I'll check them out and try to see what I can find. And then I have the that one app called My Brick Sets. I think that's what it is. But that one, My Bricks, and I'll put in the information. That way I can see if I can find it. But like stuff like this, I have all over the place. It's like,
those things are awesome.
they are. Sometimes I look, I keep, you know, I'll put my bricks in there just to have them right there and handy. And then it's going to be like that Danish cookie tin. You're expecting to find bricks in there, but you find other stuff. Then I have a bigger head. So I always try to match them. So I have the boy in this size and the girl. And then I got the bigger ones. And that's also the boy and the girl. I have the pumpkin. And I think the skeleton. And I think I just got the green goblin or witch one this year. But it's like a medium size. So I try to collect the heads because I like to decorate. And it's like, okay, I'll put that out and make it look like I put an effort into it. It's like, nope, I just put a head out.
Yeah. Those things are fun because you can find those at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, that kind of place for real cheap.
Oh yeah, that's where I found the Halloween ones. It was like $14, and I had two heads, and I was like, well, I guess I'm taking two different sets because this way I'll be able to have them. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, one of the things I was telling Grumpy, when I can, I'm going to try to make a ginormous one, like super huge, and put them in my front lawn. And that's it. That's going to be my decoration, my big gorilla in front of my house. So they'll know that's the house, the lady with the bricks.
The lady with the bricks.
Yep. I always carry my brick separator with me. I have them in, I always make sure that they're in the pockets of my jackets because you just never know when you need one. And somebody was showing me that they used it to open their soda can, and I was like, oh snap, I didn't even think about that. because I never do the nail thing.
So that torso was in 5 minifigures, and 3 of them were vampires.
Cool. So that means that the black top. Where the heck did I put it at? There was a I think it's in the box in my case. There was a cone part of a house or a building, and it was black. So that's what I was thinking. It's part of the monster series.
Yep. Yeah. Two of the minifigures were Lord Vampire from the Monster Fighters series.
Yeah.
Yep. And then,
so if this is him, I am so happy. I just gotta find his head now, because usually he's got like a white face, a vampire face, right?
Yep.
So,
that's right.
And I think no, that's not his head, because his hair would be black.
Yeah, he's got almost like Joker hair, but black.
Yeah, but yeah, it's in really good condition, like almost brand new. I mean, it looks good, and then you got the buttons on the back.
Yep, that's the one. Let's see. Share screen.
Because I have him as a clock. And he freaked me out because I think he glows. There's a part of him that glows. And the first time I saw it, oh, there he goes.
Yep, there he is.
Yep. Sweet. Yep. So I just got to find his face and his hair.
There's the other version with the cape.
Nice.
Yeah, that cape is crazy. I'm pretty sure that one's big money too.
So yeah, that's why I want to be able
$17. It's not bad.
I want to be able to capture all of my minifigs and have them nicely displayed, and have because I've seen Heather Davis. She's got her walls of the CMFs on the wall every time she does a set, and she did one whole, like I think it's in a hallway or something, and they're placed up there really nice. So I did that in my shop. They had like 8 of them up, and I don't know if it was just the weather, because in Florida, if you don't nail something onto the wall and you try to use those sticky stuff, the weather's going to make sure that it's going to come down. And when I came into my shop, when the glass broke because the case fell down, I was like, no. I mean, all my figures are there, but the case was destroyed. So now I try to make my own cases so I can handle it.
Doesn't Annabelle have all of the sets of 12 kind of framed up on the wall? Does she have that?
I think so. She's got it, but I know Heather Davis, Heather Bricks, she does. She usually does streams with Mr. Bookie Boo.
I don't think I know him.
Oh, he was there, Mark. He was there, and he's one of the very first cities that I used to watch stream. He's got room that just made me like, wow, because the background and everything, double layered, the train running through, it really looks like this place can come to life. Hello, Ostif Bricks, how are ya?
Hey, Ostif, good to see you.
Albert, is it Heather has a shadow box for them as well as Annabelle? Because I've seen it, and I think they're just beautiful. It's the really nice way to display them. And that's what I would like to do. I actually saw a clip, and this was like 5 years ago, maybe. They made a hole through the wall and made the train run through, so that on the top side of their walls, there was a train always running around. So I was like, ooh, it's nice to be a homeowner when you got ideas like that.
Okay, here he is. Mr. What'd you call him? Mr. Bookie Boo.
Yeah, Mr. Bookie Boo. Mark. So he was there at the convention. He was hanging out with Heather. He does some incredible stuff. Like his landscaping, when he does his mountains, they just look so real. It's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, Mr. Rogers, step aside, hold my beer. Yeah. Let me show you a new neighborhood.
Man, so it's amazing what can be done with these simple little bits of plastic.
Now, the biggest, I think, room that I've ever seen set up was Professor Mice. Um, when I tell you, it's like a whole basement, and there's sections. And he had Brooklyn, like instead of Brooklyn, it was
Yeah.
Brooklyn, and that was one of the places, the very first places that Mini Me outside of my house was at. He was able to replicate my Mini Me, and she was part of the Brooklyn crew. And it was so awesome to wake up in the morning. It was like Saturday cartoons. And I would get up just to look at him, like, "Ah, there she is." And he would do a shout out. I was like, oh my God, that was so cool. So yeah, Heather's a friend. I've been in her house. She has a nice setup. Yeah.
Awesome.
She does some
And
pretty good work.
why am I not familiar with her? What is her name? Heather what?
Heather Bricks. I believe it's Heather Bricks.
Yep. Okay. Here she is.
Yep. So she's one of my very early. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Her and Brick Huntress.
Oh, we had Kate was on the show 2 weeks ago, I think. She's awesome.
She does some phenomenal stuff.
Yep.
I love seeing her work. So yeah, they all inspire me. It's like when I see them, and it's like, okay, all right. Like the mosaics, that's between Kate and Heather, and the lady that does Virginia Bricks, I think she does the mosaics. They just do some phenomenal work, and my mosaics are portraits of my kids or characters that I like. So Tigger is my spirit animal when I'm in a happy mood. When I didn't get to go to the next stage in Lego Masters Season 2, I literally wanted to get rid of all my bricks. I really got like, man, I don't want to do this no more. And within 5 minutes, a blue brick was in my hand, and 4 hours later, Tigger was just smiling at me, and I was like, all right, I get it. No matter how hard we fall, we always bounce back. We'll do it again next year. So, and I did, and I keep doing, and I keep going for it and keep pushing for it. So it's, like I said, it's therapeutic. It keeps me from snapping like a brown brick, like a brown plate.
Oh man, I just had a lot of problems with those just very recently. Going through a bulk bin, snap.
And you look at them and you know it's gonna break, and you're like, but I gotta take it apart, and you're like, no, leave it. She did a blur at, yes, she did. That was she did it got the prize. I think it won a prize for it. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
And it took me a second to realize how she did it or what she used, and I was like, oh, whoa, that was ingenious. I like it, because the way she put the gray to make the black and the white look like it mixed into it. So there's a lot of art that goes in there. The one that the what was her name, Megan, she did that beautiful painting. She won an award as well for realistic.
Oh, yep.
That was pretty nice. And I was like, oh, just so many things you see in there. It's just incredible how people are so like-minded like you, but their imagination is so different than yours, and then they build what they build. So it won best color use. Okay. Albert's on it. He's like, I got this.
It's funny because walking out of Brick World, just like so mentally motivated. It's like, all right, I need to do more. I'd love to start mock building. I'm gonna figure it out. I have so much bulk, and then it's like, but you can have all the bulk in the world, but if you have no time, it complicates things.
Like I have ideas, and every once in a while I'll jot them down, and I try to remember, like there's one specific thing that I do want to make. It represents my culture from the island, because they were all farmers and they worked the sugar canes, and I was telling my dad about it, what I wanted to make, and he was like, why would you want to have that represent our people? And I was like, because that's what it was before the whole colonization and everything. Like, this is how, we took from the earth and made more and ate from it and replenished it. We didn't waste things. But one of the things was we worked with our hands, and it's a straw hat. They call them the jibaros, which is like Spanish for hillbillies, but it was the straw hat. So Bad Bunny did the Super Bowl.
Yep.
The words in the music that he played, it was so resonating with me. Like, I was crying listening to this stuff because I actually listened to the words. And then when I went to see my dad, it was like I can hear the music in the back of my head, and I'm like, I get it now. I really, really get it. So the straw hat that he wore, and then when they show the sugarcane cut people, the people that was in the fields cutting the sugarcane, they wore like the straw hat. That's my next project. But now I got to get it in my head. How do I make it? And I want to make it so that it is wearable. I want to make it so I need the bricks, that specific color, because I was thinking, oh, I could do it in the nuggets that I have, the medium nuggets, but I actually need the light tan colors for it to give it a more realistic look. But it would represent my culture. When people from the island, or when more Spanish people see it, they would really they would identify with it really quick. So it would be a nice eye catcher too, a nice piece to add to my collection. So, but yeah, I had so many ideas that, again, the time, if you don't have the brick, or if you do have the brick, do you have the time? And if you don't have the time, do you have the brick? Because I'll be hunting through stuff. Like right now, I'm hunting for parts to make my flags. I have flags that wave. So in order to make them, and I keep ordering, and even though I'm ordering, not everybody, I can't get all the parts because not everybody has like enough of what I need. So I'm like texting people, hey, any chance you got this? Any chance you got that? I need to get my hands on some bricks. I need some bricks. So this last order that I did off of the Pick-a-Brick with Lego, you can only order, or you can possibly order more or do separate orders, but it's like $999 of whatever you're doing at the max.
Yep.
And it bummed me out because I'm thinking, hey, this is a reputable company. They've been in the business for almost 100 years. I don't need to quality control here and see what they got. Good thing I did not listen to that. I was counting out 900. I wanted to get to 999. I got to 800. Whoa, 800. Yo, that's over 100 pieces are missing. Oh, wow. Yeah. They was short. So I'm on the phone. Hi, yeah. So I'm trying to build something here, and I ordered parts, but you guys, you shorted me 100 and something here and 100 there, and we got you. We'll send it out. We're really sorry about that. Blah blah blah. So, and when the seconds that roll-in came in, I had to count it just to make sure, because now it's like I got trust issues. I need my bricks. So, but it, and I wish they would at least separate them. They didn't do that. They mixed it all in.
Oh no, you get like a duffel bag. It's terrible. Yeah.
So yeah, that part, I was like, what? But now, like I said, I'm trying to find parts because so I need 1x3s, blue, bricks, red bricks. I got the white ones because thank God the Pick-a-Brick walls had those. But then the next hardest piece to find is the 1x1 blue round brick. I have the doors that I substitute because those doors, when I put them on my flags, they actually look like tethered material.
The doors. Oh, like the toilet paper piece.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I put them on my flag, when they bend, it looks like it's tethered material, because after a while, some
Cool.
people, you have the flag hanging and wear and tear is going to happen, and they look like
Yeah.
frayed fabric. So that's
Cool.
what they do. I don't, but I would like to not have to use the doors all the way. I would prefer to have it like sporadic throughout the build. So that's what I've been dealing with. I made these Dominican flags that I showed when I was in where the heck was I? In Orlando. And I had a special tile made because the Dominican flag is the only flag that has a emblem on it that has the Bible on it.
Oh, wow.
So I really wanted to. I have family that are Dominican and friends, Tacos Dominican. I really wanted to represent for them when I made my flags. So like this piece here, I had it printed, and it goes
Cool.
into the center of the flag. And then what I really the next I want to do a line of the Caribbean flags and the Latin American flags just to represent the different countries, so that I can have them all with like a small United Nations. There was a building in New York City that I always used to pass by, and they always had all the flags out there. So for me, that's what it would be like, a little. But my flags are like, I think 1.5 feet in
Oh,
length.
good size. Yeah.
Yeah, and about a foot in height. So, but yeah, just getting the parts, that's just been my my bane of existence. And I want to get them in this color because it's a lighter blue than the colonial blue.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people are requesting that. They're like, hey, we need to make the real Puerto Rican flag. So this one is the real flag before it was colonized.
Okay.
So these are the parts that I'm trying to get my hands on. And it's like, I keep going through the brick links and seeing like, bro, you asking too much for these parts.
Yeah.
I'll look in the Pabs, because I have two Disney store, two Lego stores.
Cool.
One is 2 hours away one way. The other one's an hour and 15 minutes the other way.
That's tough.
It is, especially right now when the price of gas is not what it used to be. So it's like,
For real. Yeah.
do I need to go all the way down there right now? So, and when I go to the Disney store, they know me. So it's like, oh, she's gonna be here a while. Just walk around her. She gonna be putting them bricks together, and I'm getting in there because you got it. There's so many different tricks to loading up these boxes, and you want to do the right thing. So when I went to Chicago, I brought back a box of bricks because they had the parts that I needed, and it was like, yeah, I gotta take this because I made stairs for my numbers for the ones that were sitting higher up. The OSHA in me got a little OCD, so I made stairs so that when the doors open, I knew they weren't going to fall out. I wouldn't find them face down or anything.
That's funny.
Safety first.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, the brick is the life.
Yeah.
I don't have tattoos or anything, and I've seen a lot of people. Like today, I was actually impressed. One of my friends sent me a picture because I have friends of mine that think that they're Batman. So this other friend was like, "No, I'm Batman." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then he showed me the tattoo he's got, and I was like, "Oh, damn! I didn't take you for a tattoo guy." He was like, "What's that mean?" I was like I never even. You just don't come off as somebody that would sit there and let somebody puncture the needles into you, because I know I wouldn't be able to do that. You got tattoos?
Just a couple.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I got 2 piercings right here. 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem with tattoos is they're expensive and I'm cheap. It's not a good combination.
Sounds like Lego.
Yeah. It's easier to spend on Lego.
Yeah.
Because Lego, you can actually do something with it. Tattoos are just kind of decoration there.
Ooh, Albert does furniture.
Yeah. So, Albert, if I remember right, you don't have any pictures of any of that stuff on Instagram, though, right?
Why not?
far as I recall, it's just jack-o'-lanterns on his page, unless I'm not remembering right or looked at the wrong thing. Yeah.
Alberto.
Let's do a little search. A little search here.
Let's see. He's got like the Van Gogh name. That's a popular name.
Oh yeah.
So we got Albert. Well, Junior. Are you Junior? Not yet. They can't be Batman because I'm Batman, and Batman doesn't have tattoos. You don't know that. He wears that black jumper thingy on there. All right, so I came up with like 5 different Alberts. So I'm trying to figure out which Albert are you.
Yeah.
I got Albert E.
Whoa. What did I just do?
Who do you got?
Listening to music. Where did the music come from?
Jack-o'-lantern. So that's you.
Oh, there we go.
You said he's got the jack-o'-lanterns?
I thought so.
Well, I'm following him because I saw you follow him. Those are pretty cool. Now, see, I don't have the patience to do that.
I officially have too many tabs. I'm lost and can't find my way back. Oh, here we are. Okay. StreamYard was just gone.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's some awesome stuff. I admire people who can do that with the pumpkins. I would like to do that in Lego. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So now I'm following you, Albert. Who's the other person that was on there? Ostif. A-U-S. Ostifs.
Yeah.
Found them.
Ostif is one of the best humans that you could ever hope to meet. He is a great guy. He just put out a 2-hour Brick World well, it wasn't a documentary. What do you call it? Somewhere. Yep. It's 11:30. My brain's going to shit here. Not documentary. What am I thinking of here? No, I suppose it's kind of a vlog, but he made it more than just a vlog. It's pretty awesome.
Well, congratulations on your 600 followers. Now you got one more because I'm following you. Yeah, we've got such a great community.
Yeah.
And
600 followers is hard.
It's talented people. I just hit 4K and I was blown away. I was like, what? That's what's up.
4K
it took me a
amazing.
while. It took me a while, but I got there. Okay, so Ostif is now Superman. So now we got Batman and Superman. I appreciate the follow. Food break. What you eating? So what I love about my mini-me is that I try to find the different costumes for her. So like the Green Lantern, she's got a Green Lantern costume. I have a Green Lantern costume. So Christmas time she does the little Santa Claus outfit. I got my little Santa Claus sweater too. So just different things. She's my twinsy. It's like who wore it better. So when Star Wars came out for May the 4th, I dressed up as Harrison Dula because there was a convention that was going on. So I dressed her up as Harrison Dula. So I try to find it.
I did see that. Yep.
Yeah.
It picks
so
up
I
in your
got to meet what's his name? Peter Mayhew before his passing, and Jeremy Bullock. So I got to meet the original Boba Fett and the original Chewbacca. That's cool. I was just blown away. I was like, And then when the Mandalorian came out and he spoke, and I was like, oh, bro, all you had to do was stick to the 6 words. So 6 minutes you had on the screen, and that made it.
Aw,
Oh,
thank you, Austin.
thank
You're the
you.
man.
So yes, I'm following you too, sir. Superman. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I still am learning on how to the lighting. That's my next thing that I'm working with is lighting. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the way it looks when it's lit. Setting it up.
Yeah. So Kate was saying she gets all of her lighting from Michael's, like the craft store.
So she gets fairy lights.
Yeah. Like the stuff she uses in her dress and all of her mocks, that's where she goes. Because
Okay.
it's so cheap.
So that's what I did with my i4, my Eyesore No More. I strung in the lights, and there's different sections that come off. So there's 4 main parts where the lights are in, and those are USB plugins. And I can make it so that it's listening to the vibrations or music so that they can go flashing based on that. Or I can make them solid or whatever the case may be on that. The ones that are in the highway portion of it, those are new tuxedo lights that I was using because they click into where they need to be. And I'm liking to use those. It's a little just having to learn how to wire it so that they connect all the way around. I did get best lighting in Orlando for the first time at the Brick Fan Fair. So it was like, oh my god, I got a blueprint! Yes. So that was
cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I wrote the Ben's Opinion fucking sucks song on Think Outside the Block. You wrote that? Oh man, I don't know how I didn't know that. So if you're not aware of this song or the show, so Think Outside the Blocks, it's Sunday nights at what is that? 8 p.m. Eastern on the Brick World channel. Awesome show. It's one of my favorite parts of the week, even if I can't be in chat and I just have to lurk, whatever. The show is great. Amazing talent on there. You learn so much about building and community members, whatever. It's great. And the songs that they played during the course of the show are a riot. And this particular one that he's talking about here, the first time you hear it, you will just howl. And the video that goes along with it is phenomenal. It's those guys are just
check it out.
Yeah.
It's a Brick World channel.
Yep. Brick World Events, I think, is the actual channel name.
On YouTube?
Yep, on YouTube. Yeah, Think Outside the Blocks. Yeah, it's Mark, the owner of Brick World, with Z Cerberus.
Yeah, I love Mark.
Yeah. And Brick Dad, Lene, and VMAC, Vince. All awesome people. I still got to get VMAC on the show. He's the only one of that group that hasn't been on.
Okay, I don't think I got the right one. It's called Think Outside the Box or
Blocks. Like blocks as opposed to bricks. Let's see where. I must have YouTube open somewhere.
Think Outside the Box. No. Block. Got it.
You got it?
Got it. I'm subscribed now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, he's a riot. So here's my experience with Mark. 2024, first time I'm at a Brick World, and I'm listening to all the rules and everything, that they're talking about, and your conduct and everything, one of the things that they specifically said was no vaping in the halls, in the building. So I'm like, I ain't got no worries. I ain't getting kicked out of here. It's about, and I want to say 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm making my way back into the hall because I'm trying to find Taco and Corey because we're staying at the same spot. And I just didn't want to walk alone. So I wanted to walk with them. And I'm at the doors with the guys that are checking your badges and whatnot as you're coming in. So they gave me a badge, a brick. And on the brick, there were numbers and a little glow in the dark tile that went with it to indicate what time you came in. So I'm like, ooh, alibi right here. I got, this is my verification of where I was at. So I'm standing there, we're talking and whatnot, and I see this guy walking up and he's vaping. And I'm like, ooh, that guy's gonna get in trouble because you're not supposed to vape. And if he gets busted, that's gonna be sad that you're gonna have to go home. So as he's getting closer, and I was maybe a little bit inebriated. So as he's getting closer, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he's keeping vaping. And then I realized who it is. So now I'm like, now I'm gonna have to bust his chops because he was just up on the stage talking about if you get caught vaping, that's gonna, So as he's getting close, I'm like, excuse me, sir. I'm no security or nothing, but I'm just saying, from what I heard on the rules and regulations, vaping is a no. You can get in trouble for this. And he busting out laughing. And the guy that was at the door was like, you know who that is? And I was like, yeah, it's smart. So he was like, yes, Maddie, you're right. I'm not supposed to be there. And I was like, oh my God, he knows my name. Like, wow, that just impressed me. So he was like, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to find Taco and Corey. And he was like, oh, I could take you to where they're at. So he gave me, he got me over there. But it was just so funny. And I was just like, the way he just saw me, he was like, you know what? You're right. But so he got me over to them, but that was my first one-on-one with him. And it was just so, I'll never forget that. It was like, okay. So I got to see him this year. I got to see him again during that weekend when we were at the food trucks. They had some good food trucks.
Oh man. Yes, they did. Oh.
What did I have? I think I had the Reuben. Oh my God, that thing was amazing. Yeah. That thing was just, you had to unhinge your jaw, let it drop. Hey, USA Leaf, how are you?
Hello.
That was good. And there was something, the second day, I had something else. Oh man, the food was just like, it was worth it.
Yeah, the tacos were good and cheap.
That's what I had, because I ate with Dawn from season 3 or 2. She was with her brother. And we had the tacos and we went upstairs and oh my God, it was not a lot. It was not too much. And it was just right. Yeah. And it was filling. So that's all it took. That was some good stuff. I did venture into seeing what the big hype was about this deep dish pizza. I'm from New York. It's the only place on the planet with the perfect pizza. I don't care where you from.
Oh man.
I'm just saying it. I'm calling it out there. Especially when you go to the Bronx. You're gonna get yourself some really good pizza. And Harlem. And so I went with friends. We did the Chicago deep dish. And it was like, okay, 2 slices is all it takes and you're full.
Yeah, because it's cake. It's not pizza.
It's all dough. You're like literally sticking a whole half a loaf of bread into your mouth and putting a little bit of sauce on it. So I was like, okay, I mean, it was edible, but give me a Sicilian anytime. Give me a Sicilian, give me a regular thin crust pizza from New York City. I can eat at least half a box on that. But the deep crust thing, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not huge on New York pizza either. Like, Regina's is the best pizza place on earth.
Is that over there in Chicago area, or?
I'm from the Boston area.
Oh, you're up there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm over here. So Regina's.
Hold on.
Yeah. That's fine. I pay zero attention to sports. And
People ask me, what's your favorite team? Yankees. What about basketball? Yankees. Football? Yankees. There's only one team. That's it. You don't watch the Giants? I don't know what that is. I don't do football. I don't do basketball. Okay, the Knickerbocker won. Hey, congratulations. I'm happy for you. They got Mets colors. It's the Yankees. But and when you're a girl growing up in Queens, but you're a Bronx bomber all the way because that's where you originated from, it was rough. It was really rough when you have friends that are Mets fans and you're like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, take the hat off.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the Mets were just always the lesser team throughout history forever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They had poor choice.
They had a year. I think it was 86. They had that one.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a diehard. I've been a Yankee fan for as long as I remember. And people used to get in my face, oh, your Yankees lost. I'm like, and they still got more rings than your team will ever have. It'll take them a whole generation of people. It's like we're working on our 28. We're on 27. 28's not that far behind.
Yeah. Well, the good news is they also had one of the most legendary choking periods ever. So I'll take the one moment we can get, and I'll just retire on that one. All right.
Now Boston, I want to go there, but I heard they don't have the Cheers place there no more.
I think Cheers is still there.
The Cheers bar is still open?
Yeah, I think so. The Bull and Finch? Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been up there, but that's the only reason why I want to go is just to go to that bar and just be sitting there and be like, hey, Norm.
Yeah. So the bar that was based on really looks nothing like the bar on TV, though.
Never mind then. I don't want to go.
Yeah. Very, very, very different. Yeah, the closest thing you get to the TV experience is like the little gift shop cubby in the front.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, there's some decent stuff in the city. I mean, I've been out here for so long. I'm just kind of over it. I'm not one of those like Homer folks that's like live and die by the city. It's like whatever.
That's like being here in Florida. So I live within minutes of the world's famous beach, Daytona Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep it over there. I'll go to the beach when it's not so hot, because then everybody's out there, and then we did lose a lot of beach with the hurricanes from the erosions and whatnot. So it's really sad in comparison what it was 30 years ago when I got here, and it's got so much history as well, which is really cool. They did the first NASCAR races there. That's where they originated at. And that was because they did, what do you call it? An alcohol run. That's where that came from. So it was like, wow, the way the history ties into each other. So I don't think the only person I seen who built, because I literally live 10 minutes away from the Daytona 500, the NASCAR track. No, it's annoying. Everybody thinks that they don't do right turns. They only do left turns. It drives you nuts. And everybody wants to be a race car driver when that part happens.
Yeah.
There's one person in our community that I've seen. I'm pretty sure it was them that built stop motion of the Daytona 500 races. And he actually does stop motions and does a lot of NFL stuff, NBA stuff, the PGA stuff, the tennis, hockey, and that's Gold Yeller. He's from Canada. Oh my God. When you watch his stuff, like he's, I think, sponsored or commissioned by ESPN to do a lot of their stuff. He's like, I think it takes him almost 80 hours a week to do those little short clips. And it's amazing because it's exactly what you saw in real life, but in Lego form. And he started off years ago clowning around with his nephews playing Lego in the basement, and he did a scene from Breaking Bad, and he did it as a little stop motion, and the twins saw it and they reached out to him, and he thought
Wow.
he was being pranked. And I'm like, that's what's up. And he was like, oh shit, it's really them. So that was pretty cool. But he is one I've been following for years. Watching the way he does that work, clip by clip, moving every single one. I mean, the audience, like when they do the wave, he's got them all doing the wave. And just the amount of time that it takes him to do all of that, the appreciation for it, that's patience. That's a skill. And when he puts that stuff together, it's like flawless. That's what I think is really cool. He should be working on the next Lego movie. He'd probably go nuts.
Yeah. Did you see this nonsense about Keanu Reeves potentially being the star of the next Lego movie?
They're gonna have like a John Wick character for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's AI, if it's BS.
I don't know. So I'm hoping it's just a case of like he's just got a little role. He's one of the cameos or something. I'm fine with that. You know,
Yeah. You can't
don't
take
know.
away from Will Arnett and I'm Batman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that I don't know. There's a lot of characters in there that would be good. I just saw the John Wick movies late last year for the first time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of them.
I saw the first one and I was like, why you gotta mess with the man's dog though? That's all I kept thinking about. It took me years after the Jason Bourne series came out to see him, and then I fell in love with the Jason Bourne series. And then I realized, oh my God, Matt Damon actually can act. He's the actual actor, and Ben Affleck is getting credit for Matt's performances. So I like Matt over Affleck. I can't watch an Affleck movie. He cries in every single one of them. The only one he didn't cry in was Argo.
Did he cry in Daredevil?
He cries in every single movie. He ruined Batman by crying. I got up. My son pulled me back down because I told my son, if this man cries in this movie, so help me God, I don't care if it's in the middle of the movie, I will get up and I will leave. And he's like, Mom, don't you dare. And then I'm sitting there in my seat. Why did you say that name? And that tear came out. I was like, I'm out. That's it. I'm out. And my son was like, Mom, stop it. And I was like, I told you he was going to ruin this movie. One, he looks cross-eyed when he's in the mask. He don't know which way he's going. He just ruined it. He shouldn't have put that suit on. No, thank you. Sorry.
It's so funny.
So yeah, I'm a critic when it comes to these things. But oh my God. There was a few movies in there. But Matt Damon, I like him as that Bostonian person over there. Bostonite. They do some good movies.
Yeah, and really the best thing those guys have ever been in is a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, as far as I'm concerned. I'm all right with that.
He was good in The Martian. It gave you kind of like, okay, I mean, you're alone though. That's where they messed up. But it was a good movie. Did you see Project Hail Mary?
No, not yet. Is that on streaming now?
I don't know. I want the set. It was a deep movie. It was really good. Gosling. He was in The Vow. The Notebook. You know it was going to be a good movie. And in this movie, I was like, he did it again. He did a really great job with that movie. Like it was one I could see again.
Cool. Yeah, I only go to the theater with my daughter, so it's all kids movies if I go. Which
I did that with my kids, and it got to the point if it was too quiet in the movies, I'll fall asleep. Because I'm not, we go in the afternoon. It's on a Saturday. I get up early on a Saturday morning. I'm Puerto Rican. It's tradition. So you turn the music on at 7 o'clock in the morning. Salsa or merengue. You got it blasting on like you're at a party or a discotheque. You start cleaning the house, and you got to cook breakfast, and you got to get ready. And then come 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when we all depart to go to the movies. At that point, I'm sitting down for the first time. And then the minute it starts getting quiet, oh, I'm knocked out because I'm tired. And the kids are like, "Mom, you're falling asleep again." I'm like, "Shut up, leave me alone." But certain movies, the animation, like the Disney animations, I would sit at the edge of my seat because I'm looking at the drawings and all the animation, and the kids are like, "You're such a geek, Mom." I was like, "Whatever." We would go see all the Star Wars, all the Marvels, all the Harry Potters, any Disney animation. I've had my kids taking my kids since my son was 7 days old, the first movie he saw.
wow.
7 days old, he sat and watched Indiana Jones through the whole thing. And when the credits started rolling, little man started falling asleep. And I'm walking out with a baby carrier, and people are like, "There was a baby in there?" I was like, "Yeah, he didn't appreciate you people talking through the movie." And then after that, I would just keep taking my kids. You got to train them early. You train them early, you have less mishap as they get older, because now they're sitting down and they're actually there to enjoy the movie. That's my theory on it.
Yeah. What did we see last? We saw Minions and Monsters, which was terrible.
That's the one with the orange and the big and all the eyeballs.
Yes. Yep.
I have not seen that one yet.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
I did see Supergirl.
How was that?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to try to figure out who the girl was, like the actress, and then I came home and started watching games of House of Dragons, and it was like, oh, it's the Targaryen chick. The first when she was little, I was like, oh my god, that's her. Oh, she did a good job. I liked her in the movie. The dog got me when I saw Superman, because the dog Crypto.
Yeah.
And he's back, so it was like, oh my god, Crypto's back, yes. But no, it was a good movie. I liked it a lot. What was the other one? Supergirl. Oh, I saw that Obsession movie. You got some crazy people out there. That was like, whew, that was a lot. That was like a U, but to the next level. No, it was like you. Yeah, it was out there. But the passenger one, that was good. But I try to catch up. Like I said, with all the conventions that I was going to, if I'm not home to chillax, then I'm not seeing anything. And it was funny because one of the mornings that I was at Brick World, I woke up. I usually never leave the TV on, and for whatever reason, I fell asleep with the TV on. Godfather was playing, which is a classic for me. And it was the scene when the horse was in the bed. I woke up to hearing the screaming, and I'm cracking up like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the way to wake up.
So I'm looking for this Passengers, and yeah, there are definitely too many Passengers movies.
I told you. They're just so creative now because, one, they did not know how to spell it. So they figured to go there. So there was 3. So you want the 2026 one? And that one, was it Apple TV?
Oh man, don't tell me Apple TV. Okay, here it is. I don't know who any of these people are. I mean, that doesn't matter. But
It was messed up. Like, I want to do that drive out west after watching this. I don't know. It's like when I saw Hills Have Eyes,
oh yeah.
I was like,
Wait, which one? The original or the remake?
the first original one.
Okay.
All I kept thinking was still doable. Just make sure you got the gas, extra gas tanks, and don't stop. Just keep going. Just keep going. Then you see something like this, and you're like, I don't know. This is now getting those are messages.
Yeah.
Now I did see the Mandalorian and Gogru. In my opinion, they should have just left it on the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been upset, and it just didn't do it for me. But yeah, this passenger one. See, now there's another one. I don't remember those people being in there.
Yeah, there's one with Jennifer Lawrence.
No, that one. That's not the one. The one we're talking about is.
Yeah, I see the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Although this one here.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Apple. So it
Okay, so if it's on Prime, then I can watch it.
Jacob's Scipio.
Oh, it's $20 on Prime. How can that be?
That's why I have the
I have Prime.
Espíritu de Fuego. I have a fire stick.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. There's a free way to watch everything if you look close enough.
This is true. But yeah, some of the movies that I saw, it was like The Mandalorian. I thought that was best left to stay as a series, because I was not happy with what I saw. And I love Star Wars everything. But now from what I think is coming out, they have a new one coming out. They added to the series. Which
to the Mandalorian series?
No, to Star Wars. There's something.
I think what was it? Starfighter or something?
Yeah.
I think they said it's coming at some point.
Starfighter in 2027. Yeah. And they got a Darth Maul has his own animated series.
Yeah, I started watching like the first episode of that or something, and then the kids came home and I never got back to it. I'll have to do that again. What was it? Another season of Ahsoka is going to come out some point next year, I think.
They take too long. You get amnesia by the time you get ready to watch it again, and you're like, what? Now I got to watch the series to catch up, to see it again.
That's what I had to do with Stranger Things. I went all the way back to season 1 and started from scratch.
Wow. I did the same.
Well, thing. I had 4 years to do it. Yeah.
That was a good series. That's a white whale for me, the Flip House.
Yep.
So they had it at Brick World. The guy wanted $1,000 for it.
No way.
That's what a new in box, and I was like, I cannot justify that.
No.
$50 overpriced, $100 over the retail price. Yeah. You talking about $700, bro? No. No. I'll find it. It will find me, or I will find it. But no. So then he looks at me and he goes, well, the kid is sitting over there. He's got one too, but it's open and it's already built. Maybe he'll give it to you cheaper. So I go up to the kid. Kid looks at me. He's like, $500. I was like, bro, for real. I'm a teacher. Don't go there. All right, $338. And I was like, nah. no book.
338. That's oddly specific.
Yeah, no book, no box. You not 100% that that's all there too. Nah, it's good. The way my suitcase is set up, I don't need to put that in there.
Yeah. Comes out of the bag looking like crunchy confetti.
Yeah, it's like, nah, we're good, we're good. But and I know I'll find it eventually. There's a few white whales. I got into the game, um, got back into the Lego late, where I missed a lot of things and I didn't understand how the sets work and the retirements and all that other stuff. I got into the modulars, like me the modulars.
Yeah.
Those are, and to catch them all, it's like you got to get that Pokeball. And no, I do not have them all. I think there's 21 of them that are out
There's a
because,
couple that are very expensive.
oh, trust me, I want the Palace and I want the Artesian and the restaurant or whatever, the old police station, stuff like that. They're beautiful. I mean, once they're displayed, you can't help but to just admire how they're made. For me, when I'm building them, I pay attention to what I'm putting together, and then I'm like, oh, okay. Like when I did the boutique, the little corner spot, the way they had it at an angle, and the way the cafe went with it, it was just like wow. And then the interior, it's like I can see going back in time in California when they had boutiques like that in Hollywood, you know. So it was like, okay, I see that, you know, the little, so much details go into it. And me personally, I appreciate all of that because I try to do that when I'm building something. It's the details that goes into it. So, what's the other one? The garage. I had to get the garage. The way the little door opens and everything. It's just really my godfather used to have a garage in the Bronx, right down the block from where we lived at. So that was the reason why I got it. And when I started building it and even putting the tiles in there, because I remember always, you know, on a Saturday, go there to hang out. Him and my father would be working on somebody's car. And I'm looking at it and it's like, as I'm putting it together, like I can remember the stuff that I used to do when I used to go to my godfather's garage and see how his garage used to be. Just a lot of little things. I have a backlog of other buildings, modulars I need to put together, but I gotta get a bigger house. I gotta get my Lego room situated in the living room the way I want it. But even in saying that, I gotta figure out how. Like I'm gonna have to figure out how to utilize my walls to be able to display everything and still have room to be able to do stuff, and then have a small corner so that I can do some streaming or whatever. So it's a lot of work, but it's fun. But I appreciate things like that. I like seeing it. My mocks, they forever will stay in totes only because they travel and they are seasonal. So wherever I'm going, it's like, oh, pulling this, got this tote ready to go. My modular that I did for the I4 I Saw No More, that's 3 totes for that one build.
Man.
But now, after going to Brick World, ding, I saw something, made my eye twitch, and I was like, damn it, woman. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what I can do is build a second one, like the transition from the old to the new. Because this building that I built started out in 2003. It's still not finished. That's why they call it an eyesore. And it's infamous for Central Florida. I want to build the next one to show how it would be more finished. Like you got the original and then what it should be now, because y'all need to knock this thing down and restart it all over again. So, but I try to figure out little tricks on how to make it more compact for storage and for traveling with. So that's the other part, is you got to come up with little things like that. I think I figured out something, but I'm not 100% yet because I haven't been able to start playing around with that part yet. But I'm gonna need parts, a lot of parts, because I want to make it as big as the one that I have right now, and I think it's up to 5, maybe 6 foot tall.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course this one's got to have lights and everything else in it. So, but I want to make it so that it's very compact and easy to break down and bring back up to add to it. But yeah, these a lot of my mocks are I don't have it on display. Like these 2 guys, yeah, because they're new. They just came out. But once they get into a tote, then they will be part of the collection and they'll travel with me. So we'll see how it goes. Unless I build more and I just have them around.
You just have your own little jungle.
Yeah. Yep. That's a song. Who is that? Something
Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
Yeah.
You heard it coming out of my head.
Telepathy. You got to watch out for that.
It's the Jedi mind trick. That's what I try to tell my students. I am a Jedi Knight. I am a Jedi Master. So they need to watch out. I was like, this is not the droid you're looking for. You're going to learn some math today.
Ah. All right. Well, I think we should wrap over here. We're pushing past midnight now.
Oh my God! You kept me past my. I'll turn into a pumpkin.
Oh yeah! Don't turn into a pumpkin. That'd be terrible. Yeah. It has been a pleasure. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight.
Oh no, awesome. Thank you. I'm so honored. This is pretty cool.
Excellent. All right. Whoop! What the hell was that? My computer just went nuts. Apparently, the computer's sleepy too.
Well, thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. I do go by 4TheLoveOfBrickz with a Z at the end. You see me on Instagram with my posts, and I'm always reposting somebody's funny stuff or encouraging more of our fellow community people. On Facebook, that's a different story. Zuckerberg is like, put her back in jail.
Yeah, the link for your Instagram is in the show description. So if anybody's looking for that, nice and easy to find. What's on the schedule here? Next Monday is Dynasty Date Night. So we will be announcing the winner of the current giveaway next Monday night. Dynasty Date Night is a bi-weekly show I do with my wife. We talk about community stuff, whatever people have been requesting we talk about. However, still trying to find a direction for that show, but we have some fun. And then next Tuesday, the next episode of Brick Dynasty Live, Jesse's Brick Galaxy will be on with us.
Oh, so, that's my boy.
Yep.
Mr. D&D.
It'll be another fun show. So it'll be a good time.
There's actually a T in there. It's like
oh, okay. Yep, I see. Yeah, there you
go. Thank you, Albert. But yeah, thank you again for having me on. I look forward to it. I'm looking forward to see who wins that what do you call it? The giveaway
helmet. Yep.
Yeah. Come on, baby. I could use a win. I know nothing about Lords of the Rings.
Yeah, but it's a cool helmet, even if you don't know anything about it.
Oh no, I know a lot of people that would be like, "Oh, you got that." I was like, "Back up, you're breathing on me."
Awesome.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you in person. Man, next year, we gotta do it again.
Absolutely. We have. Man, I need glasses. 330 days to go, I think is what the sign says over there.
That's all.
We keep a running tally.
That is so cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. It'll be 100 days before we know it. So it's coming.
Well, thank you again, Ken.
All right. Thank you. Everyone in chat. We love you guys. We will see you Monday night.
All right.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.